There we go. We live. We here, man. Feel me? It's the Aquemini. You feel me? The official, unofficial, genius breakdown podcast, man. It's a couple of episodes here with my guy Lennon, man. It's something beautiful. I mean, the what is it? I don't know what is it. Prototypical.
Prototypical.
Stereotypical.
What you trying to say though?
Gemini, man. I mean, the quintessential. That's what it is. The quintessential Gemini.
Okay.
Ain't a bad thing here.
No, it ain't.
This episode brought to you by Grind Season TV Papers.
Oh God.
Oval Office Music. You feel me? And a little bit of Gentleman Jack. I would say what we mixing with, but that's a major company and they not paying us. So.
Oh no, they ain't gonna pay. They not paying shit actually, unless you at the Super Bowl. Shout out to Dr. Dre. Before a side note, I want to just say shout out to Dr. Dre. I know he probably not gonna hear this, but I'm gonna say it to his face too one of these days. Dr. Dre, man, I didn't know how much inspiration he pulled from all the greats to just create the shit that he created. This Kendrick, the Eminem, the 50 Cent. This shit is
Mary J. Blige.
I mean, look. See, I'm gonna throw Mary in there because he made for some reason
she was already popping though.
But he made her look professional a little bit. Like that record is like a professional club record. Like you play that in the club right now, that's a professional club record.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna give you that too. But specifically Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick, Game. Oh man, just Dr. Dre. I always say this. It's not a better
NWA,
producer.
Man.
Dr. Dre's number one. I'm number two. Dr. Dre's number one.
Don't let Diddy and Jermaine Dupri hear you say that, man. Kanye might got something to say about that too. And this is what this is about. We here for Ye. So shout out to Ye. Where we start, man? 1998. The infamous 1998.
Right.
Because a lot of people talk about years in hip hop, but I don't think that there's a year more infamous. I know we got 92 when Wu-Tang came around. Was it 1993?
Okay, well, let's start with 88. I like 88 because before our time, all the OGs bring up 88. They bring up the Kane, they bring up the Rakim.
Cool G Rap, can't forget the Cool G Rap.
Right. So 88 is
KRS-One, I'm from the Bronx. So
yeah, right.
From the Bronx. Before let's set the stage first. Y'all know, if y'all don't know, I'm Vince Swoops here, New York, Bronx, New York representative. I'm from the Bronx. I love my borough. I'm up here. I'm one of the few that's thorough upstate. They don't let anybody just up here. You got to be a real motherfucker to be able to maneuver around here.
That's scientifically proven.
So I'm from the Bronx, New York, hip hop historian, hip hop journalist, podcaster, and I'm here with the talented Gemini.
Yes.
Lennon Empire right here, who is actually coming off of putting out some dope projects, not just for Billy Blanc, but also for Major League Polo.
Facts.
Who dropped out some heat, and he just dropped a video today, right?
Yes. Everybody, I want y'all to just tap in with Major League Polo on all streaming platforms. He everywhere, especially on YouTube. Tap into all the videos. Two Major Deluxe actually just dropped a few days ago. We got a video out.
I was playing that earlier, actually.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got a couple. Like he really stepping on the whole year. Like every month should be a different project, something new to engage with his fans. If there's one person I want y'all to tune into, that's my only recommendation. Regardless though, if he little bro or not, he's starting to become one of my favorite rappers ever. Like he's starting to be, and he's so young, it's crazy. So tune into him. But Billy Blanc, if you need to hear rap right now, you tune into Billy Blanc. But Billy Blanc is the number one gunner. He got 100 songs he dropped last year. Ain't nobody working as hard as him. You know what's crazy?
And he getting co-signs from Whack 100.
Whack 100. He got the Young Thug co-sign. He got the Jack Boy co-sign, and he got the Bel Air co-sign from the owner of Bel Air. Damn, I don't know his name. I don't know his name. Yeah, the Champagne.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
hey yo, listen, Blanc. Yeah. I rock with you. If you could get me a Bel Air jacket, man, I'm just saying. I've been wanting one of the Black Bottle Boys jackets for so long.
It's funny you say that. Yeah, that shit is crazy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, wasn't those out during the MMG?
That's like MMG days when they did a Power Circle and all that shit was out.
Sidebar: Did you ever go to any MMG shows during that time? Any
while they came to Brockport?
Okay. You was there?
I was there.
Right.
And I always say the story, Wale, whenever I see you, I want to officially apologize. I was doing bad at that time in life. So at that day, if you ain't had them two big ass security guards, I was going to snatch that chain off your motherfucking chest, bro. I wasn't the only one, though. It was a couple niggas from Rochester in there, too. So, the hyenas was in there, bro. even though it was a college campus. But he had two. The nigga was like 6'8". I'm like, oh nah, if I snatch this nigga chain,
it's gonna be problem.
It might be. I don't got a clear pathway up out of here. I'm not trying. I don't know if my home.
Like I know my homeboy. Who was that? Atlantic? Who paid for that security?
I don't know. Listen,
Warner Brothers security.
My homeboys, I know they would have got down with me, but if we would have had to fight the security, then we would have had to fight university police and Brockport police just to get up out of there. So that wasn't worth it. I'm like, man, it's just an L I'm gonna have to take.
Let me tell you something. Wale is so crazy. He didn't get the reception he wanted in Rochester. He went outside and started rapping in front of people. That shit had me bugged out. I was like, nigga.
When did he do that? Because when
that was in 2000. Oh damn.
Because he came to Brockport in 2013.
Okay,
ASAP Rocky came in 2012. So 2013.
Oh, I didn't see ASAP.
ASAP came to Brockport. That's when I was in college. So ASAP Rocky came, put on a phenomenal performance.
Let me ask you a question. Was Brockport the school that Wiz Khalifa turned down?
It's the one that Fetty Wap didn't show too.
Okay.
So if we gave him 100,000 to show up too.
Man, listen. They said Wiz said he said he not doing it unless y'all gave him 90. They said they had 75. He said he wouldn't take it. It was either U of R or Brockport.
One of the two. It might have been. But Brockport cut that check. So they cut 100,000 for Fetty Wap. He had to give it back because he didn't do the show.
He didn't do the show.
That's what. You remember he came up with that "I'm Sorry" song? It's because he didn't do the show at Brockport.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
He ended up being. He got there late. He was at Jimmy Z's eating the garbage plate. Shout out to Fetty Wap. He a real nigga. Jersey nigga, man. Shout out to my Jersey niggas, man.
Shout out to the garbage plate, man.
Shout out to the garbage plate, man. It's a Rochester special.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't
like it. We know this is a music town, and before we get into the this is a music town, and there's a lot of history of some of the premier artists coming through this way to make a name for themselves.
That's a fact.
But this is the official Jeen-Yuhs breakdown podcast, and we want to get into Kanye West. So let's go back to 1998.
So okay, let me kick it off though. I'll kick it off because, and this is great too. I'm using this space. This is the perfect space because I usually profess this audio like it's audible, right? So you can actually feel
some of that ashtray, bro.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. So and damn, I don't want to get off the mic, but it's another one over there. But
I was right there. We both use it. That's all that matters.
So 1998 is in particular. Let me tell y'all about 98 though. I'm on some real shit. We coming off of 97. 97 is
big. Life after death.
But look though, look, it's really Tupac still. It's still Tupac. Tupac deaths like he like Pop Smoke. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
You know, Pac died 96 though. Yeah, Big died 97.
Yeah, but
it was both of them. It's kind of both.
Okay, this is what I'll say too. This is what I'll say to make it even more better. In my opinion, Tupac, his death hit every home in America, right? Because
he was doing movies. Right. He was a mainstream thing. Hip hop wasn't what it is today.
And Biggie hit New York so hard. New York is the foundation of life itself, right? If they said if you turn the lights off, it's only a few places in it. Like if you go out in space, there's only a few places that still lit up in the world. They said Dubai, Vegas, New York City. Like it's only a couple of places that it's a vibration.
Shout out to Vegas too.
Shout out to Vegas. We'll be a part-time resident in Vegas in the next 5 years. We can manifest that
in the next month. In the next month.
Okay, that's it. See, and that's gonna be my go-to as soon as I touch down. I'm hollering at my man. So you already know. And shout out to Floyd Mayweather Sr. Man, that's my dog.
Money T.
1997 is so ill, leading into 98. So you got to go through the rough path to get to 98, which is the glitz and glamour, right? The height of this ain't shiny suit. 98 not shiny suit.
No, this is when it get grimy again.
It get grimy again. That's what. So you get what I'm saying. A lot of kids don't get it. Like this new rough and tough thing. If you compared it to 98, it kind of looked the same, but it don't feel the same
because they don't got no. And 98, you still had the tunnel.
Right. There's no place. There's no rap place that you could get busy at and do that. There's no environment.
It's no rap place in any city where it's like I'm on, but can I perform on the tunnel?
Right.
And get on like sidebar. My mom was in the tunnel before she found out she was pregnant with me. She used to go to the tunnel
on Sundays.
Ooh, talk about so before this homophobia thing became a thing, and then accepting of the LGBT community. They had unisex bathrooms back then. Like men and women was using bathrooms, same bathroom.
Yeah, they said it got rough in the bathroom.
They got rough in the bathroom and get crazy. Yeah. And the tunnel, Mike Tyson could walk through that motherfucker. Noriega, DMX, Big Pun, anybody you can think of could walk through that motherfucker. And at the same time, you can still get stabbed up by some Puerto Rican niggas. Like it's just shout to the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, man. But the niggas shake a nigga up right quick. Or the Jamaicans too, you know.
Word.
And niggas still will perform and had a night at the time of their life.
Now who's the highlight in I remember Jay did a show there. I seen Cam and DMX did a show
I
there.
think DMX might be the highlight because he shot the video there.
Okay.
Get at me, dog. Was shot.
So he's the number one, and he's the epitome of 1998. So if we start off, which is so ironic, that we're even talking about Ye, right? Mm-hmm. Ye don't got no real connection with DMX during the 90s, but you can tell he always had a vision to work with DMX.
And we got to remember too, 98 is Harlem World. No, Double Up. Is it Harlem or Double Up? I think it's Double Up. No, so this is coming off of Mace being the hottest nigga in New York at the time. On the planet. Yes, on the planet. At the time with Harlem World. So Harlem World come. This is the sound of hip hop at the time. And Shiny Sue is old. It's what he said. You take hits from the 80s and make them sound so. This is where they sampling the 80s music and putting that bop on there. Yes. And it's all cool, smooth, flashy shit. But then we got 98. We have the emergence of Cameron. We have the emergence of Dark Man X, which was one of my personal favorite rappers ever.
Facts.
We have the emergence of Noriega as a solo artist.
Noriega is the reason why I make beats. Okay, Noriega and Pharrell is the reason why I make beats. To this day, like the only reason why I make beats is because of that one song, that one record, that what. You got to think at 4 or 5 years old, you really don't know. But look at how I just said what. Mm-hmm. That as 4 or 5 years old, that's what. That ain't Super Thug to me. That's what.
Listen, honestly,
you feel me? When I was growing up, I never heard a song that digital, like
animated.
Like everything was so okay. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, the audience, y'all gotta understand. For 2 years, music was as dark as it fucking could get in 1996, 1997. Mace was a glimmer of, he was like a glimpse of what possibly could be the future of rap. He ended up retiring. So you got to think, his whole peak is gone. It no longer, it doesn't even exist.
And going into 98, you got to remember what comes out too. Your guy, my guy, I know, but you got him a little higher on your ranking than me.
Wait, hold on.
LL had 4, 3, 2, 1 come out at that time. So this is the cannabis and the LL joint happening around this time too.
Big Pun too.
Big Pun album.
Big Pun album.
Capital Punishment.
Yes.
I'm setting the stage how grimy it was because Big L, excuse me. LL Cool J and cannabis is beefing at this time. And then you got Big Pun coming out. You got the emergence of DMX. You got the emergence of Cameron, Confession of Fire. You got the emergence of Noriega, NORE album. All at the same time, cultivated.
And they was probably all going to the same studios. I always keep that in mind too.
They was going to Daddy's house. They was going to probably the was it the Hit Factory?
The Hit Factory was down
there. Baseline Studio was another one. Baseline. So why do we bring up 98? Because we start with the Kanye documentary, Jeen-Yuhs. And where does he start at? It's 1998. Jermaine Dupri birthday party.
It's crazy.
And who was he with?
Let me. Okay, he was with Harlem World,
which is Mace shit,
and Cootie with the camera. Cootie. Shout out to Cootie for keeping this footage in. You know sometimes
and not releasing it.
Yeah, but sometimes like you'll be in a house and sometimes the basement get flooded. Sometimes the attic,
like RZA,
you know what I'm saying?
RZA,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, how we lost his perfect album.
RZA. Yeah, perfect example with RZA. Like RZA got the whole album. What album was that? Was that Liquid Swords?
It was Liquid Swords. It was Raekwon's joint. The first was what's the name?
Is the Purple Tape?
The Purple Tape, but it's not called the Purple Tape. I forgot what the fuck.
Only built for Cuban Links.
Only built for Cuban Links. I was about to see something totally different. Only built for Cuban Links and Inspected, and it was the Wu-Tang album.
That's the one that got hit the hardest.
Inspected Deck album. Yeah, was the one they couldn't recover. Yeah,
they and Deck and shout out to Deck because Deck was just as ill as them, but him not having the weapons that he could have had is the reason why. And the album still went gold. I fuck with that's the reason why I shout out Cootie because Cootie didn't have to do all this.
Yeah, he was a comedian.
And you know what?
He was a comedian. He stopped being a comedian to follow and capture Kanye's journey. This is like real I believe in you kind of shit.
And sidebar too with Cootie, I remember watching that Bow Wow interview that you
Channel
did.
Zero.
I seen that Bow Wow interview before it came on here, and I always thought that was some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, you should have asked somebody, is that a little boy or a little girl? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to Bow Wow. Bow Wow legend though. He a legend.
Bow Wow my son, man. Bow, okay. And you know what? A lot of rappers should be able to recognize that he was one of the foundations to why they want to rap too. So shout out to Bow. Yeah, Bow is definitely one.
Listen, I wanted to rap because Bow Wow had all the girls.
Yeah. And Bow Wow was, I thought he was 11, he was 13. So it was always a weird thing with me. It was always
because he looked so, he's short as hell.
Exactly. I was always thinking he was our age, but no, he older than us, about 35 now. Mm-hmm. But 1998 is so ill including with Kanye, because now we noticing. Now we go through the discography. You see, he got records with Foxy Brown. He got records with Harlem World. He got records with Beanie Siegel, and then he did the Dynasty in 2000.
So and Blueprint.
And that was in 2001. I think they really made that in 2001. That's why that shit's so ill. Like it's so ill because I really think they made that in 2001. But Kanye had Jesus Walks and all these records for about 2-3 years already. So 98 is so pivotal because I really believe that that's where all of these records that we love now, that's where they were. Like that's the beginning of Jesus Walks, All Falls Down, because the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill dropped in 98, and that is the reason why Kanye is doing his thing. Shout out to
Lauryn Hill,
another Gemini.
And it was the perfect setup because, again, it was Lauryn Hill, Black Star, or Tribe Called Quest from that kind of ilk. You feel me? Wow. And Kanye was the person that I'm not 100% the quintessential conscious boom back. Why would I boom back? But conscious rapper, Common, Black Star,
you think so?
Lauryn Hill. I'm saying he's not. So he's not.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he is, but it's not 100% just that. It was he was the middle ground of that and what they consider backpack rap and streets.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Does Kanye is Kanye more musically inclined in that field or in the field that came after that? Like, okay, perfect example, right? From 2002 all the way to like 2006, he working with Lupe, Mos Def, Consequence. 2010 on, he working with Rick Ross, Pusha T, Sahai. Like, I always thought that was where he got his rocks off. In that early Dave Chappelle. Like, Dave Chappelle wasn't even a rapper, and Dave actually enforced that whole
I'm glad you brought that up.
So he was that's why I asked you sure? Like, because he technically, like, he almost in there. He almost is.
He went in that, he said on Drink Champs, he went that route because he knew he couldn't go in there talking about clapping. Like, Pharrell and Kanye are niggas that love gangsta rap.
Right.
But they know that they can't put that shit out there because if they do, nobody gonna believe that shit.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, in the beginning of the documentary, when you was watching him talk about, when you heard him freestyling, before anything, how did you feel about his content, his lyrical content coming into the documentary? Like when you was listening to it?
I think it was very Lupe Fiasco like.
It did, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
It gave me Lupe because Lupe is a guy you can consider conscious, but Lupe also could kick that street shit because he witnessed it. That he may have not been active participating in all of those activities, but he saw it, so he knew how to kind of like Nas. Nas saw it and he was around it. He maybe did some of the things, but he knew how to put it in a way that was so poetic and believable.
And Nas and Lupe, I'll just say for Lupe, being in Chicago and taking that route was crazy. Like taking whatever route he took, because technically I remember him even talking like he didn't even skateboard as much as they wanted him. Like he made the song because that was the environment where he felt at peace at, but he didn't. He said he wasn't just running around skating and shit. It's crazy how he can still talk about everything, every nuance in the hood, and still be able to just blend out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Kanye is almost in that realm. So I'm probably say 30%. I give him 30%. He backpack. I don't give a fuck what he said on Drink Champs. Oh, that Drink Champs.
Oh no. He's definitely backpack.
He got to be at least 30% backpack, right? At least
more than 30, like 60.
60?
Then street shit, he's like 60%.
And then I'm gonna give a little 20% to that 808s because he still get influenced by the white musicians, the you know those guys, the Pink Floyds and shit.
Absolutely. So we sitting here talking about 98. It's so pivotal because in 98. You can either go shiny suit era, and KRS-One says this too. Like when I know the video clip came up a lot when DMX passed away. KRS-One said this guy, he grabbed DMX. This guy right here, when God was on that shiny suit shit, that pretty boy shit, you had a dog. And dog who can't.
I love DMX. Let me ask you a question. Did he save hip hop to a degree?
He saved gangsta rap.
Okay. All right.
I would say that for sure.
All right. See, now that's the first tier on this show, man. Y'all got to realize the one thing I love about Swoops is because he is in hip hop. He's invested in hip hop. A lot of people wasn't able to come outside until they was about 10, 13 years old. So if you don't come outside at 10, 13 years old, you don't hear that Benz riding down the street bumping at Jay-Z. I seen everything. I heard every soundtrack to every nigga's lifestyle. Like if you look at the drug dealer, he was bumping Jay-Z. I always noticed that. If the nigga was on the corner, he was bumping Locks. I noticed that. if the nigga was going through a lot of shit, but he was still thriving and surviving, he was bumping DMX. DMX was his DMX like young boy to the new little niggas. Like
that would be almost a perfect example.
You feel me? Like that's who DMX
because
was.
The average person can't relate to hoes talk about 92 bricks, but I can relate to chasing a dream, pursuing a thing, but I'm out here struggling, going through shit at home, might not have a place to live. It's a lot of niggas that go through that shit. So for sure. And that's what made 98 so pivotal, because it was either gonna go, this gangster shit was gonna come make a comeback and thrive and move and get carried on, which DMX ultimately did, or it was gonna be that shiny suit shit. That's why when on volume 1 that we all have the high debate about, you had Jay-Z with a song on there like Sunshine.
Yeah.
Which honestly made, and I know Jay hates that album. I know he probably feel that's probably one of the worst songs he ever made.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
So I understand.
It's the worst. You don't want to agree? It's the worst.
Listen, I'm not a Sunshine fan, so I won't disagree with you at all. But
the first 4 songs, if you was listening to, if you just got off of Life After Death and you damn near cried at the end of that damn album, you damn near cried because the 112 joint, long kiss goodbye. You know,
last days, last days, and all that shit on there.
And then the nigga died. I've tried to tell people this all the time. I can't even watch no other movie if I'm just watch The Godfather Part 2. I can't watch another movie. What am I looking for that The Godfather 2 ain't give me? Betrayal, gave me deceit. It gave me the King's disease that Nas talk about, how you just get to the top and you just don't know where to. You know what I'm saying?
It's nobody. You get to a point where people, and go back to Kanye. You get to a point of where nobody else that you know has been.
Yes.
And they're trying to advise you how to maneuver in a space that they have no idea how to maneuver in a space.
Let me tell you something about producers too. I'm gonna give a tidbit about producers. And this is from somebody who did the 5,000 hours. I really had to sit down and even think to myself, like, did I do my own? Did I do 5,000? Did I do 10,000? I had to exceed over at least 5. Like, I've been doing this shit since 2007. And it's to the point now that I don't produce every day, because I notice I got a rhythm. If I catch a rhythm, I can make 7-8 beats in a day. So that system works if you're looking at a 30-day trajectory, right? If I make 7 beats in one sitting and I do this 4 times, that's 28 beats. I done did what everybody else is trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the stress off of me and my mental, because that's the game I'm playing now. It's beats right now that Kanye been holding on to since 1998, just like we talking about. It's beats that we have not heard. It's actually a demo out on YouTube that people can go search up. And it's like 8 beats that everybody passed on. I bet a nigga jump on them bitches right now. Like, if you see the name attached to it, you like, the fuck? It's just that era was so potent that everybody had to be in that moment in order to be in that booth. Like, they said they was not letting Big Pun in the studios. They wasn't letting Big Pun go up to freestyle. He had 99 overall in the game. Like, what the? I be confused when niggas talk about
it was like it's right now. Currently, there's gatekeepers, but the gatekeepers then, it was real. And then you gotta remind you, studio session wasn't $25 an hour.
$100.
$100 might have been on the low end. To get to a quality, you paying $200, $300 an hour. Paying for reels.
Hey. If anybody remember in Rochester in 1995, of course, a person like me got to do the research to actually know this, but I was born around this time. So I always noticed that there was some type of West Coast influence. No matter what people said, it always felt like it.
Absolutely.
It always did.
In 94, was it 94, 93? Doggy Style happened.
Doggy Style was hot, right? But Jodeci was in Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
When Jodeci came to Rochester, they brought everything.
Devontae Swing.
You know what I'm saying? And North Carolina has always been like cousins with New York.
Virginia.
You know what I'm saying? In Virginia?
Because
I got family out in Virginia. You got family out in Virginia?
I don't. My family's in North Carolina.
Okay.
Virginia,
I got family out in North Carolina. Yeah. So it's a whole other thing. Yeah.
Missy, Timberland, Jeen-Yuhs from VA.
Right.
Where they got their roots at to really push their career? Up here. Hey, it's just
shout out to Timberland, man. I know he made some hits in Rochester, and I know he made some hits in New York City. I know he did. Like, they was making moves. Shout out, but you know what? This is why I love this shit, because I know I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Just keep me on pace. We can talk about this shit all day. I was about to bring up Metal Gear Solid, man. Like, 98 so ill. The movies was ill. I just had to tell my big cousin, it's like, yo, bro, you probably still stuck on 94 and shit, my nigga, because you old. My nigga, 98 was really what it was. You remember the movie Toy Soldiers?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, we ain't got to talk about this anymore.
And all right, so we just setting up the foundation for 98. And if you didn't know, I'm the Aquarius. He's the Gemini. So
he big boy. He playing big boy.
Yeah, you feel me? We got 3 stacks over here doing what he do, but we watched Kanye get into the door in the producer way.
Right.
So 98. This is the thing. It's the setup to where he becomes a known commodity, Grammy nominated. Boom, boom, boom. Then we had to 2000, maybe 2001.
Yeah.
No, he moved. So 2000. This is when Cooley finds out about Kanye.
Right.
Because he keeps hearing all of the rappers in Chicago like, "Yo, shout out to Kanye, illest producer." Boom, boom, boom. Now he's a Grammy award winning producer at this time.
Is he award winning?
Yeah, it's right on the clip right here where we just showed it. That's why I didn't know it was.
Oh,
okay. If not Grammy, he was platinum. Excuse me, he wasn't Grammy award, but he was a platinum producer already by 2000.
Let me ask you a question. Give me your opinion on Kanye right here. Like what's your opinion on Kanye in this room right here? You know this equipment ain't $30 equipment. No. This the shit niggas like me dreamed about. He had that in the apartment building.
So this is 2000. We talk about 2000, the year 2000 Kanye.
Yeah.
This Kanye for sure might have sold a little bit of something. That's my. If not, he had homeboy that was willing to invest. That was definitely getting money.
Chicago.
But he was an a platinum producer. But you don't get that before you become a platinum producer. You already had to have that equipment.
Right.
So somebody believed in him, and his mother was a college professor as well. So we're not gonna
add that too. Right.
Salute to Miss Donda West. Salute to his father as well, who was doing his thing. But
rest in peace to Donda. She plays a big part in this movie. And let me tell you something. We're gonna progress through this because this could be an hour long, 2 hour long. We could talk about this for a minute because we only in the beginning stages. But let me fast forward to just a little bit before the deal. When I seen her on the video, on the documentary, and she opened the door, man, it just felt like so much. Like it felt like life was there. Like I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Like
it felt
like life for real. Like
Kanye, you see him be human,
right?
Because every other time it's like he got the biggest chip on his shoulder. He got a boulder on his shoulder. I always got to prove myself.
Yo, just imagine you working with Jay-Z and he ain't recognizing you as a spitter though. Like that shit.
Yeah, like look at him right here. So this is 2000 when he has the braids with the blue leather on.
Leather? Oh my God. That leather?
From right.
That leather?
Or Averex, one of the two. So he's rapping. He's over there, right there. And we talked about another major thing that you wanted to bring about. His mouth always had a problem. He couldn't always.
Right. And that's weird. I never knew that. He
always had braces. He always had a retainer. He always had something going on.
Right.
This is before the car crash in 2002.
Yep, 2002.
So
this is after the deal, before the album. So we don't even know what happened in process of the album, which is going to be even bigger than this. I'm telling you, if I'm looking at this and getting in, I know people like J. Cole, right? See, this is one thing about rappers. And I'm a rapper myself, so I could always, but I'm a producer for real. See, this is what Kanye.
You are a rapper who gets more credit for your production than your rap ability, which Kanye was struggling with from 98 to 2002.
Now let me tell you, let's go through the trajectory of producer rappers, right? And let me tell you how I know he committed to the shit. Let's look at Timberland. Timberland had an album with Magoo. Not gonna hold you. Would you?
The beat was dope. The rats wasn't it
from both sides, not just Tim.
Both sides,
Magoo too.
Yeah, Magoo was terrible. I'm like Magoo was terrible.
Yeah, Magoo. If we had a top 5 worst voices, he would be on that list. Mm-hmm. Worst voices. We did the best voice downstairs. If we did the worst voice upstairs, he might be number 1 on my list. And then we might have to go to.
I think Vanilla Ice may have more bars than Magoo.
I like Vanilla. I thought somebody wrote. No. You know what's funny? I always thought somebody wrote music.
I heard though. I heard this. This came from Willie D of the Ghetto Boys. Vanilla Ice used to go up to the Midwest, like Detroit. They used to battle.
He probably was that nigga. We be laughing at him. He probably was that nigga. Like outside, like inside. You know what's crazy? This is what I wanted to. Let me just go back to that shit with Cole because
you're not going to teach. We're gonna stay on Cole.
Yeah. This is the thing about Cole. Cole know he love Kanye. Cole know that this right here, this for Cole. This documentary is for J. Cole. The next
people
one
like him.
The next one will be for Drake. No. The next one gonna be for Kendrick.
I think that
The next one after that is gonna be for
Drake because it got to only person that can understand the level that Drake is at right now, and battling to really, and that's gonna get to the third segment breakdown of this. But when we get to that point, breaking down battling to really keep your artistry, but to also you have fans wanting you to sound a certain way because they've known to love you a certain way for so years. And another part that we skipped over, which makes this so pivotal, when it starts off with like, I miss the old Kanye. When we love Kanye, when it came on in that beginning of the joint,
right,
it was a major thing because he's trying. And this shows the Kanye that you see now was the Kanye I was back then, but I didn't have the platform to say and do all of the things that I wanted to do then that I can do now.
And you know what? I'm gonna add on to that. Watching him in the buildings with no power, no leverage, it hurt because as an
we've been there, we all there, we hit some here right now,
and we independent acts. So you not even getting the satisfaction from the guy who's, like we said, platinum Grammy nominated. He still ain't getting no buzz in the room. Who you gotta be to be in that room? Why Bobby Smurda gotta jump up on the stand to get the deal? It's like you have to grab their attention and hold on to it for dear life to the point where you look crazy. And you are delusional to believe that you could be a top selling rapper. You are delusional to some people. You delusional if you say you want to be the president. You delusional if you say you want to be the Pope. Like, who the fuck think like that? I want to be the Pope. I want to be the president of the United States. You got to be delusional to a degree.
Shit, really delusional right here. People say, yo, you left for a job of being a social worker to go into podcasting.
Yep. Because it's leveraging ownership. It's leveraging freedom. The reason why I even love being living by myself to a degree is because I know that the freedom of not having the ability to talk to people at every time. Sometimes you got to give yourself a reason to be quiet because you got to hear the trees. Sometimes you got to hear the wind blowing. That's going to let you know what direction you're moving in. A lot of people just get we get convoluted with all of these.
And I think this is the
voices.
Gemini part coming out. This is a thing that I've heard. And shout out to Nori. I'm a big Drink Champs fan. Feel me? Nori's the reason why. Him and Joe Budden are the reason why I got into this media space.
Okay, so So Nori's the reason why you got in the media space, and Nori's the reason why I started making beats.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So shout out to Nori, DJ EFN. That's my OG. Right. He always give me points all the time. I got mad love for him.
Word.
Shout out to him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So what happened is what you just said. Listen to the trees. Nori said Kanye goes around and just take voice notes of things.
Yep. See. Perfect
and
example.
Samples them. It's just. But it's a true thing.
Me and my cousin Rev, who's also a producer. I sent him the link of 40 talking about they've been doing voice note recordings now. They just been in the studio doing voice note recordings. See, me and him made a joke because we seen they got a Jamaican dude now engineering some of the OVO work out there in Toronto.
It's from what's Brody name? Adonia.
You know
Adonia came there. So he's from Adonia's campaign.
Yeah. So we made the joke 40 done took a back seat. He ain't doing nothing no more. Because we hearing it in the music 40 was in that thing doing his thing, but now it's
consequence.
He got more work. You know what I'm saying? 88 Keys.
Mm-hmm.
That was my man in 08 on for real. Listen, This is why Kanye's so ill. Kanye never left his people. He was always throwing records to people and the cool kids and all these people. He was always giving niggas looks. It was just he was just that guy. And with Tupac, which is one thing about Tupac and Kanye that kind of mirror each other, is the fact that they ain't got no patience. Me personally, I noticed that I also don't have the patience, but I have the time to listen and learn, right? So I just wonder if there any time in his life that he did have the ability to listen and learn.
I think it was his mom.
And that might be true. That might be
and
true.
That's why
she got to play a bigger part in the next documentary too, right?
And that's why, why it's so pivotal because whenever we see Kanye, he's talking. So if you're talking, do you ever really get to listen? But when he's with his mother, he wasn't talking. He was listening.
Right. He let her go through the whole rap and then revised the rap for her. And I thought that was crazy because you know what? It was it made me cringe a little bit because I know how moms are. Moms be listening. We be thinking that they just be out there that they be listening. They'll listen to the little rap we doing, and if they like it, they gonna keep on to it. You remember you said that little rap?
Yeah.
And it's a kind of embarrassing because you a kid. You come on, ma, you know.
And then it's just.
But he ma.
Even though, and then she'll do that to big him up, and then she'll say something to correct him.
Mm.
But even in the correction, she's not breaking him down. She's saying, "Listen, so this is a little bit jumping around." She said, there's nothing wrong with being a giant. They said when a giant looks in the mirror, he sees nothing.
Right.
Because everyone can see the giant, but the giant can't see anything because they're not on his level. But it's nothing wrong with being a giant. But you can be in the air and stay grounded at the same time.
Right.
And to some people, if you don't have that relationship with your parent, you won't understand how important that is for someone that supports you, but they know how to correct you, but not take away from your confidence and you being who you are.
Because he thought she was going there, but the way that's that. Let me ask you a question, because you went to college. Let's just try to put yourself in Kanye's shoes. His mother's an English. What's she? An English professor.
English professor. Yep.
How much influence does that play a part in his come up? Because I think that's
it plays a major part in him understanding how to compose music. Because rap is nothing but poetry, right?
Right.
So if his mother's an English professor, she helps him understand how to work with the stanzas and rhyme patterns and actually using words and breaking and understanding syllables, so that when you're making a bar, because you know when you're in a bar, you can rhyme a word with a word, but sometimes it's too many syllables.
Right.
It doesn't fit in the bar.
Like Silk Shocker type shit. Like,
yeah.
I had a couple niggas I went to school with like that, and it's funny growing up. Rapping is so accessible now. Me and you both on laptops right now. We could be recording music while we do, like, you know what I'm saying? It's so accessible to the point we can pick our phones up and we can record this shit. We travel back in time to Kanye era. You still kind of had to go to the studio to get that shit done, like to finish it. Like, and that's the ill thing. I don't know. I don't know if Kanye he don't get this poise without that parenting.
Without the parenting and without moments like this that we're looking at right here when he's rapping for the lead. People like, why is he rapping for the marketing person? Because think about it. If I'm an executive, what office am I going to go to more often than not?
You know that Wayno said he was working there at the time. How you feel about that? Like, how you feel about
Wayno was an intern though. He's
an intern.
He wasn't like that. Like when we seen Big Face Gary was a big dog in the building. Like,
he was in the building.
He was like we see him in here. That's Big's man, Big Face Gary. So you see the Big Face Gary, you see Dame Dash, you see guys like that, and even when they speak it to him in here, he's rapping it so loud and he's really giving up. This is an all falls down. People walking in.
This is the record before Selena Johnson had to sample the record. Mm-hmm. So this is the Lauryn Hill record. This is ill because they couldn't clear that record, and I wonder what, like, we don't even. It's crazy. Netflix cleared this shit. Like this ain't hit the streets. So I'm surprised that shout out to Cootie one more time. Cootie, how the hell you held on to all this footage, bro? I be having to delete shit every day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what it is too. The best part about stuff like back then,
man, let me
because it's on a physical. It's on a physical. We can save the physicals.
I remember they said that when Death Row was done, they was stealing dads. They was just taking the reels. Like I don't know if it was corrupt or whoever, XYZ, when they rated this shit, them niggas was taking the dads. They like, shit, these is usable, nigga. We gonna take, nigga, we could have had Tupac greatest hits album on this dat. They erased the dat just so they can use it in another studio. Man, that shit was hard as fuck, bro. And I feel for Kanye because I felt for Kanye a little bit earlier. I mean, after this though, when his man did that to him after they just had lunch. Like, oh my god,
let's stay here.
Right, you know me.
I go and tell you. So he goes in there. He's anybody that he can rap for. He gonna rap for, because somebody gonna hear me in his building. And more than anything, they didn't understand it because Rockefeller at the time is balls shit. It's balls street shit. It's gangsters. You got Bleak. You got Beans. You got State Property, them guys. You got Cameron was already there, so State Property had to be there.
Okay.
You had because they was playing Old Boy when he walked into the joint.
Oh, so Old Boy came out in
like 01, 02.
Right. And Killer's one of my favorite rappers. We could talk about the all time list. I know.
People like to bring up computers, Putin, but they don't like to bring
that bar is crazy. I don't know what the fuck. Yo, this is the one thing I never got in the streets. I always just look at these niggas. Is y'all crazy? What do you? Because a comm is like they have intercoms. Yeah. Like it's a comm by itself is something. Like motherfucker, man. Shout out to Killer, man.
People say that about Kim, and we're going to say one thing about Killer very quick. Computers, Putin, but you gotta understand, niggas don't ever bring up his bars on moving weight. Like that moving weight part 2, or you want to bring up Welcome to New York City when he rapping bar for bar with Hov.
Bar for bar.
Or you want to bring up What Means the World to You?
I'm a person. I'm gonna go back to Moving Weight. Moving Weight was even before the hype came with the Range Rover, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Cam is that nigga, man. I don't even. It's self-explanatory. He is in my list of favorite rappers if I'm listening to music. And Killer Season in my top 5 movies too.
If you're a fan of Eminem, you're a fan of Cameron because Eminem says he's directly influenced by Cameron. But
from back then, right? In the 90s. Yes,
98. I go back to 98. We go back to 98, man.
And shout out to Killer in 98 because he did have Horse and Carriage out in 98. And he
Mind you, he had to drop that. He had
to
drop that on Entertainment right after Biggie died because Biggie wanted to sign them. So Un was Biggie right hand man, signed Killer, and they wanted him to sound like Big, but he like, nigga, I'm not Big. But
it's so crazy.
That's crazy. We going down a little bit rabbit holes here. This is the criminalized shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's a little bit, but we're gonna bring it back. We sticking with Ye. So Ye comes into this. You feel me? And we talked about the Drake trip, but we're gonna come back to here. And he's in the studio here. We'll be watching this clip with Memphis Bleak, and Bleak is bigging up Ye.
And Bleak did mention when he started getting hot, the hate come.
Mm-hmm.
Here come Just Blaze.
And it sounds fucking putting it together like that because I know you fuck.
I'm looking at the
I know you fuck with Just Blaze crazy. It sound like you say Just Blaze hate, but that's what we say. Just Blaze and Kanye has had a rivalry for over 20 years.
And I'm happy that as long as it's on wax, it's not us speculating because usually it's us speculating. Just Blaze mentioned, Kanye mentioned on Drinking Him that the nigga stole from. I'm not under the belief, but Bink also said that both them niggas stole from him.
Yeah.
So as a producer, I know how I feel. I did something. Y'all at y'all house trying to do something that I'm doing. That shit is tight disrespectful. I can only imagine if fucking Cool Herc and them niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I fuck with the 80s rap because it's like, yo, back then you might get your ass whooped up in the Bronx. Fuck around with a nigga with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, early 2000s.
Bro, still my shit.
Listen, early 2000s, man. I ain't gonna say no rapper names.
Okay.
Man. But you know, some of our favorite rappers,
okay,
if they catch you bootlegging they shit outside,
your ass get whooped.
Your ass, the fuck? Or you was a DJ, you leaked the song that wasn't supposed to be out yet.
I can see Jim Jones right now whooping somebody's ass on some bullshit.
Man, forget. Pun. Pun was still outside.
Yeah, Pun in 98. Oh, yeah.
Pun was still outside.
I can see Fat Joe whooping somebody's ass
Fat
right
Joe
now.
was outside. The Locks was outside.
Come on, man.
Hey, man.
Crazy.
Hey, listen. I know a lot of y'all feel like y'all can take Styles to Kiss, but let Sheik Luch run up on your ass. It might be a whole different story.
No, for real. No, listen. And during that beef that they had with State Property, Sheik Luch just what he was saying was like not even rap no more. Like he was just spit in your face, slap you in your. I'm like, oh my god, Sheik, like this is rap.
Give me Ghostface vibes, but this is the thing too. Look at the verses that he did with Dipset, and those are his friends.
Yeah.
Those his friends.
Nah, they weren't friends after that.
Nah, they still friends.
No, I'm talking about them niggas who ain't friends now. Jim said he ain't even talk to Cam. Like y'all, the way they assembled that.
Oh nah, but I'm just saying, look at how Sheik was so good.
Disrespectful, right?
He like, yo,
the fact that they didn't listen. The fact that they didn't assemble and get him back, they had to go home and like, nah, man, I ain't feeling that shit.
We go back and we kind of
shout out to Dame Dash too.
Yeah, we go back to Ye, right? With Killer's out at that time doing his thing, Ye is still trying to be heard.
I'm still mind blown that Cootie kept his footage. I'm for real. Like for real. I know my dad used to be this type nigga. He used to be like he had like if he wrestling come on Saturday, right? They had the countdown. I'm gonna take
we get the VHS, put that on fucking
take it back to 98, right? So Mad TV, the Saturday night lineup. Okay, so it'd be Mad TV, then the wrestling lineup, and then after that, you remember they do the hotline with the girls. They did the little 15-minute segment. So it was always weird that he had let us watch that just for a little bit, then turn it off. But it was like we already knew that. Oh, you could call a girl on the hotline. She gonna phone sex on the phone. We was looking at the shit.
That shit was big business back then.
It was big business. Kids, they don't even promote none of that shit no more. It's crazy.
Because
we got treated like shit.
Because they could go on their iPhone and watch a whole bunch
of
more
accent. Yeah, but now it's spoiled. Like back then, a Playboy magazine on the floor at my cousin's house was crazy. Like, whoa, hold on, what the fuck? Really? Oh, it's so. Pokemon cards opening up the pack in 98, going to the movie theater in 1998, going Midtown on Christmas Day. Come on, man. I can only imagine you living in New York. Like this is 1998.
Man, I remember I was a kid and I was asking my mom because I was watching the Only You video. The NASCAR jackets.
You said the Only You video?
Yeah, the NASCAR jackets. You feel me? The racing jackets they had leathers. I wanted those bad, man.
Oh, so you was already hip to what was going on. Yeah, see, that's my whole thing.
But yeah.
Let's go to 99 and 2000 because you know what's weird about 99 2000 with Kanye is that he got his break in 98, but it seemed like they fast forward to 2001 immediately in the movie. So
because it was like 2000, he was still in Chicago. 99 stuff, he was still in Chicago.
Oh,
he was still trying to be all right. I'm gonna be a rapper artist. I'm gonna be able. And it's like 2000. He kind of 2001. He said, well, 2000. Remember that Kanye was left in 2000, but Coodie was still in Chicago in 2001.
So he didn't get the footage,
Yeah,
right?
Coodie was there.
Right.
He jumped to 2001 because Coodie said, "I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna go out there with Ye. We gonna make it do what it do."
Look at that. He was trying to get a CD to DMX. Like, yo, how long you think he was trying to get with X? It had to be 3-4 years. I'm telling you, I know for a fact he was making beats specifically designed for DMX during that time.
Nori said, shout out to Nori, Drink Champs.
Shout out to Nori.
He was trying to do a song with DMX, and his label told him nobody gets a feature with the dog.
Yo, man.
And then he was like, I'm gonna go get it one. Nori paid for a studio session that was like $1,500 a day.
That's back in
for like a week.
We talking
back
about
this is like early 2000s.
So he man.
for like 6 days he could get him, and then him and DMX was chilling one day, and then they went to some hole in the wall studio for like $50 an hour, and then they let him record for free because it was Nori and DMX.
$50 an hour.
And DMX put down his verse there.
On some bootleg shit.
Awesome
bullshit.
Because he was just running around.
You know what I'm saying? And you know one thing, I don't know if I told you this about X because I went to his concert when he was in Rochester at the little soccer shit. Man, he had me feeling so good at that concert, man. I didn't even notice he fell off the damn stereo thing. He fell off the shit. I didn't know. I had to wait till the Shade Room posted it. Like, he fell off the shit. I'm like, I ain't even see that. Man, I'm slipping. I'm falling. He sounds just like the music. I'm like, yo, is that the track or that's him? No, they said, no, that's him. I'm like, yo, I gotta meet this nigga.
Yeah.
Go back there. I see Tretch.
Shout out to Tretch.
From Naughty by No, not Tretch. I'm sorry. But shout out to Tretch. See Sticky Fingers.
Onyx.
From Onyx. He drunk out his mind. They dragging him to the car. I'm the best, nigga. Niggas can't fuck with. You can see the draws because the pants is white people. I said, this nigga, damn, he must have had a good ass time. I didn't even see him perform. Ja Rule performed too, they said. But I ain't see Ja Rule either. I don't think Ja Rule showed up. I think they lying. I'm like, yo, I gotta meet
you. Talking about the Rough Rider, Cash Money Rough Rider tour?
No. That was in his heyday. No. This was him, Ja Rule. This is a couple, like, this is them in they older stage. I think this was like 2015, 16.
Okay.
Man,
so yeah, it's again.
Still to this day, DMX was still that nigga. Like,
yeah, and it was difficult still to this day to get a feature from him or get him on the track.
Dog said, I mean, they said, I'm sorry, man, DMX don't like talking to people while he eating. He don't like taking pictures. I was looking at him. I'm like, he right there. Y'all can't just. Dog don't like that. Yo, good sandwich.
Hey, man, listen. Shout out to Cuzzo Ali. I heard he's told me some crazy stories
about X.
Because I've been in the room with him on Clubhouse, and it's another guy that drinks on Clubhouse room. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But he be telling me crazy stories about X. But X was a hard guy to get next to, and for Ye to even be that close to possibly do work with DMX was phenomenal.
Like to get a CD to him. That CD didn't get the X.
It shows how highly of a commodity he was during his time.
Kanye West. Well, who? DMX or Kanye?
Both.
Well, Kanye
on the producer side, not as a rapper side. On the producer side,
the respect for producers at this time probably was right now. I think Metro Boomin, Lex Luger, Young Chop, they are the ones that Hit Boy. Those are especially okay. Let's start with Hit Boy. Hit Boy is the first the first producer that I was like, okay, it's a string of producers. Now, and then we keep going down the list like Harry Fraud and those guys like who's doing anything. Everybody had a name now. There's no longer just you no longer just rap like any rapper is not rapping off a beat no more. Even 6ix9ine had to, he tried that shit with his recent shit, but the first one had to come from Pierre because Pierre got the name and it's like everything. You gotta do that. Kanye at the time, I remember this too. When Bonnie and Clyde dropped, they said produced by Kanye West. I still didn't know who he was at the time. And me, I was invested in rap. I know every song that came out, but I didn't know who Kanye West was. So you're right. The recognition level probably as a producer was top notch. Jay-Z love you. Beyonce love you. From this video, I see Pharrell said he love you, but on the blogs, they saying that this is your first time meeting Pharrell. So how did that work? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so weird. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
he actually
because
had those relationships.
I think they loved what they heard, but they didn't know him.
Right.
Because back then, remember, we used to get the booklets and albums. You feel me? You can read the little book and see the name of who that is, but I know who produced it, but I don't know what the fuck he looks like. I can't just Google. It's AOL dial-up back then. You can't just Google somebody to figure out who the fuck they are.
What's your favorite booklet from this 98, 99 era? I always enjoyed Redman and Method Man shit. And it's crazy that's another crazy thing. Kanye didn't get to reach with them. Them niggas was probably still on that level too with DMX too. Probably you just can't even reach these guys.
Now Red Meth was crazy because you remember I think How High dropped about 2001.
Yes.
So it's like
they dropped the album too. I think it was called The Blackout. Oh, my dad loved that damn album, man. Whoa, he loved that album, man. He was there that all the microphone check up. Yeah, well, we heard that all the time.
Shout out to Redman. Shout out to
the 90s, man. We 90s niggas though. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy, bro. We from the 90s, bro. Like a lot of people not from the 90s. Yeah. They not. They're not going. A lot of niggas in jail.
They're not going to say it. And then it's still Kanye was this person on the producer side, but then he kept the best beats for himself.
Do you think so? You think so?
I mean, not. He gave out dope beats.
Ace and Izzo. Perfect. Okay, let's talk about Ace.
It was a very, very dope beat.
Could he rap off that though?
Yay.
I think that's a beat he could have said, but he couldn't rap off that. You gotta give that to Jay-Z. You got to. Jay-Z. And when he talking to his mama, he knew, like you knew, like Jay and the Can we talk about it just for a second?
Go ahead.
Jay-Z is top tier, top shelf rapper. Top shelf. He had a mold though. Just Blaze being Kanye West, a little bit of Pharrell, a little bit of Tim. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking basketball team. He just had the Monstars. So at that point, I'm gonna say Jay-Z. At that moment, that might have been the best rapper ever. That moment is the best rapper ever, and that's the one that they lean towards when they talk about Jay, because they like, how can you avoid this? He had everything in his hand.
You gotta think about it. He sampled Annie.
Who sampled that though? Who? That's the only one I don't think the producer got the credit for though. I think that's the one that they didn't get the credit for. That's the one art like that producer should be on the Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know who. I don't know who made that beat, bro.
You see here.
And I remember Dame talking about him having to pay for that clearing that joint because that's
Annie's a big fucking thing.
You know what I'm saying? That's a joint that Shout out to all the old school. While he looking this up, I want y'all to understand. Like music, it don't start in
anything
the 90s.
that's produced by P Scan.
P Scan. Who? Shout out to P Scan. But who the
he
fuck
did anything for Jay-Z, and he don't got no other credits.
Anything, and he did Hard Knock Life. Whew. And he just no longer on the team. That's
not around anymore.
That's crazy. Now that's crazy.
I don't think he did Hard Knock Life though.
He didn't do Hard Knock Life. Okay.
He did Annie. He did the Anything Annie joint. Hard Knock Life was 45 King and DJ Mark the King 45.
That's the era though. That's the era we.
Well, we just said
that's the era.
It's hard.
That's
it was era. So many fucking producers.
Yeah, that's the era.
You wouldn't know who the fuck was who.
Shit.
I interviewed. I remember I did an interview with Arsons from the Heatmakers.
Okay.
His first placement was with Cannabis. But
Heatmakers?
It was with Cannabis, but he blew up for real with the placement with Dipset.
Yeah.
Because it was his management at the time said either give this beat to the highest bidder. So he gave it to Cannabis. Remember the first person I had to deal with was Cannabis.
But if you would have $1 million deal?
I don't know. Well, yeah.
I think he had $1 million.
But if he would have gave it to Joe, it might have been a big record. I mean, Fat Joe always got one.
Yeah. Yeah, but let me tell you something about. I don't know how you feel about Dame Grease. Dame Grease
is one off the producer all the time.
Oh, really? Okay, yes. Okay, that's great that you say that because let me tell you something. Dame Grease in 1998 Nigga, that's the best producer.
You know,
and
I
he's the best producer. He's the best producer in the game. Shout out to Kanye. Shout out to Kanye. But Dame Grease the best producer in the game.
Shout out to Kanye. Shout out to Swiss. And this little freestyle right here that we're going to talk about in a second after we get to this point. On our sidebar, Most Def is one of the illest lyricists ever.
Most Def.
Tyler Quali, I know we got our little back and forth spat. I ain't gonna say you trash, but we know Most Def is that guy.
We off of Quali, bro.
But this is what I'll say. This is what I will say, right?
Quali, man.
The reason, Swiss Beats got them Jay-Z places because Jay-Z thought those beats he was trying to get the beats from Dame, but they wasn't giving Dame Grease his calls.
Let me tell you something. How you find this? How you get this information? This some shit that
Dame Grease was talking about it and I know some of the
really.
So I got no problem with this. This is what I've been told.
Yeah.
I went to high school with one of their nephews. So. And he's Swiss cousin. It's my boy. Shout out to E Dean. You feel me? It's my guy.
Okay.
But I know the Deans, and it's Swiss. His uncle started Rough Riders.
Right.
D&Y.
OG.
So shout out to D&Y. Yeah. They do their thing. Shout out to Young Y for the Young Rough Riders.
Rough Riders everywhere too. They in the rock. They here. They
everywhere, bro.
Yeah. They
so, but Jay-Z wanted Dame Grease beats because that's why. Because Jay he liked the second album, which Swiss did most of. Which is Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Do you love the second album?
I love It's Dark and Hell is Hot more.
For me, that's how I feel too. The first one, the number one.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot was mostly produced by Dame Grease and P. Killer Tracks.
Yo, this is how crazy 98 is. You coming off of two. I get what you're saying. Like Biggie Death it's big, but big.
In our culture, I'm just saying in our culture, but we're talking about worldwide. Tupac
is just like you just getting off a Pac. You only got a year to get off a Pac to get to now DMX come in. Yo, they didn't give the people time to grieve. DMX came in and set the tone immediately. Like he, and that's why I asked you, do you think he saved hip hop? Because literally, it almost felt like he's seen it falling. People doing dances now. They want to be safe because they feel like it's getting too dangerous. And then DMX like, nah, nigga, it's gonna stay.
And then I feel like Kanye comes in a way where, because if you like Black Star before, it was a certain Black Star, the conscious rap Common. Music Soul Child, the neo soul, the conscious rap, backpack rap.
What year are we talking? 98, 99? 99, 2000.
2001.
Okay. Erykah Badu and that. D'Angelo,
Jill Scott. If you like that kind of music, you're viewed in a certain kind of image. Kanye was the first one that made it acceptable. It's like backpack rap, but still be on some gangster shit. I'm not saying he was a gangster, but gangsters listen to Kanye West too. It wasn't just niggas that was considered dudes that wore the, those green caps that they say we wear those, you rap about pyramids and shit.
Right.
Kanye made it because he was wearing Louis Vuitton, he was wearing a polo, he was wearing the shit niggas were in the street, or wasn't wearing in the street, but the niggas in the street started wearing. He set a tone.
I think Kanye, on some real shit though, I think he is he really is a trouble, like in his head he was troubled with the fact that when he said he didn't like the Tyler Quali shit, he probably telling the truth, but in reality, I really think he's saying that
it might have reminded him of himself.
Yeah, and it's like that's not what's bringing me out. Like, okay, if you ask a lawyer what's his favorite movie, like he probably is gonna say The Godfather, Sopranos, some shit like that, because you want to escape the shit that you living through. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to the opposite. The things that you admire about yourself is what you try to tend to get away from. You want to see somebody else shit.
Niggas that rap about that love music about sliding on ops, but they never slide on ops. Like, perfect. What you saying right now? DMX and Ghostface Killer, two of some of my favorite rappers in my top 20 list.
Right.
Ghostface Killer listens to R&B only.
You talking about Ghostface?
DMX only listens to disco. So it's like
I seen that. Yo, man. Shout out to
it's
DMX,
like
man. I love
you
guys,
sit
man.
there, and it's just funny how the opposites attract, because DMX and Ghostface, who were active, known for what they fucking did, love disco and R&B, and you got Pharrell and Kanye, who love shit like that love CNN album.
This is why shout out to Class Murder. He pinned this question to me when we was on the Clubhouse one of them days, and he was like, "Do you like the shit you doing with the people you making music with because you think it's authentic?" And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm trying to avoid it because I'm like, that shouldn't be the reason why, but in reality, it is the reason why. I had to admit it, because if it was phony and fake, I probably would just work with anybody. I'll just do anything to just create $1. And that's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is create authenticity, so when people come back to my back catalog, they know it's like, damn, he really didn't slip up. He always kept it there. If you get a little, if I will sell somebody a beat. Don't get me wrong. I might not listen to that song though. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Yeah.
I might not. I mean, but if I'm working with somebody and it's Eric B and Rakim level, you getting my 110% investment, bro. You Common got that with Kanye. Cudi never got that with Kanye. I noticed that. But he did with Kids See Ghosts. That's why Kids See Ghosts is such an ill album to me. It's only 7 songs, but I like 4 or 5 of those songs. Kanye don't do that with everybody. He ain't do that shit with Jay-Z. Jay-Z got a piece. Well, okay, do you consider Watch the Throne a Jay-Z project? I always consider that like a Kanye.
I would say Kanye got it with Jay-Z on Blueprint. Well, every song that Kanye did on Blueprint, Kanye put his all into for Jay.
How many songs was that? Like 4 or 5?
Couple of them.
Shit, it was
then Lucifer's on the album, right?
No, that's on the Blueprint. No, that's a Black Album.
Black Album.
Yeah, that's a Black Album.
And Black Album too. I think Kanye put a lot. Well, of course, Timbaland was part of it, but the things that he gave him for the Black Album,
yeah.
He was definitely. But by the time you get to American Gangsters, the Watch the Throne, I think Kanye put a lot into, but he looked at it as them working jointly. He looked at Jay, viewing him as an equal by the time they got to Watch the Throne, versus him trying to always catch up to Jay.
But this is the thing about Jay-Z. I mean, where's Jay-Z? Where do you place Jay-Z at in 98? Where would Jay-Z be ranked? If DMX is number 1, no hands down.
Jay-Z's top dog, but remember this is volume 1 now.
He had volume 2 in 98.
92 was 98? I thought volume 1 was 97.
97. Right? Biggie is the gun
still a
right
dog,
now.
Top dog.
He the top dog and he dead. So now you really like fighting ghosts right now. You not beating that. I always gotta keep. But Mace is the active number 1. He's Mace the active number 1. Biggie is the number 1, but he not here to claim that number 1. And Pun right around the corner. That's how I always envisioned it, like in my head. Like but then DMX just popped out of nowhere. When DMX dropped that song, you almost thought that he was replacing DMX. Replacing Tupac. In my opinion, when I was growing up, I was like, damn. It's like, damn, they just found somebody that just fit his spot, and he did it a little bit better than Pop. He did like that whole street element because it
was more authentic.
It was.
Yeah,
you're right.
And the part we wanted to talk about too about hate coming in your way is actually popped up with Doug Infinite and Kanye.
Where's Doug Infinite at now? I wonder what he's doing.
Doug Infinite is doing his thing.
He doing his thing,
but he's just not at the same level. Right. I follow some of these guys on Instagram, so it's kind of. Shout out to Doug Infinite. I do think the hate coming in, and this is funny because they brought this up in this conversation, and I've seen you say on Clubhouse about Polo that what he's doing right now and the reception he's receiving, the hate is soon about to come. So do you think, like we talk about this being for J. Cole, would you think that this also will be for Major League Polo?
See,
on this part,
it would if niggas took the time. See, look, okay, let's measure it like this. A YouTube video now is about 3-4 minutes long. Look, you know how like they do the viral joints? Sometimes they take it overboard, go to YouTube like Kai Cenat or something like that. He'll do like 11 minutes. It's funny enough for 11 minutes. Him and Ron Suno, they could do something for 11 minutes, and it's funny because they funny. They from the Bronx.
Yeah, Ron Suno's from the Bronx. Yeah.
So they having fun, and it's hard to get a nigga to sit down and watch this for an hour to get to really without phone and. Nigga just like the minute I saw this, I stopped everything I was doing. I'm like, oh, hold on. And I know J. Cole did the same shit. I know for a fact he did. That's why
because we come from that era where it was no phone to distract you to watch TV at one point.
I remember Allen Iverson keeping the lights on ESPN2, bro. Like I had to watch things. You remember when the Boondocks first came out? You had to watch that to understand, yo, this is different. Because if you just skip past, you thought that was another anime joint because they moving like anime. No, that's us, bro. Kanye just fit in all of that. It's so weird how he just fit into all of that. Dave Chappelle, the Chappelle Show,
and that's the part I wanted to get to too.
Okay,
I'm glad you brought that back up again.
Okay. The
Chappelle Show. I tweeted and I did write on Facebook and a couple of other sites earlier. The Chappelle Show does not get its credit for what it was for hip hop. Because you got to think about it. It was on Comedy Central, and at the end of every Chappelle episode, it was a rapper performing.
Man, you bringing me back to the days.
Like
50 was on there twice.
50 was on there.
50 was on there.
Fucking Stu thought that Murder Was the Case. He did Yeah, and we don't
187,
stop. It's just
187,
187 on the motherfucking cow.
Yep.
Like he did that.
Yep.
We had Kanye on it with Black Star. That's why I feel like Kanye do a little old and a little bit of a
not only no, but look though, Kanye
he was on it by himself too. He was on it by himself.
He was on it by himself.
I believe he was on it by himself.
He was on there with Freeway. He was on there with Common. He was on there with Black Star. He was the most. He was the number. And listen, this is him on his come up.
And remember,
Dave gave him a spotlight when nobody else did.
He might have been Dave's favorite artist at the time.
I think Dave and Most always gonna have that little thing though.
Oh no, for sure,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Most was on the Block Party change.
Yeah.
So, but
Kanye was on Block Party. Yeah. Kanye showed out on Block Party too. I didn't like that. I never liked that when I was watching that. I was like, damn. I never even liked that movie. I didn't like the movie because I thought the movie was gonna be funny, and it was funny, but it was more like music, and his set list is these people that we talking about, like the Most Defs and the Qualies and Erykah Badu. Kanye said he don't like these people. It's weird how he say that now.
He said he don't like Tyler Levy. He never said anything bad about Most Def.
No. He said that he was never a backpack nigga, right? Because he said he always listened to Jay-Z, and I believe him. I believe that everything he did was like when Nerd is making their music. I believe it. The clips is in the background.
The reason I believe that he does because when he went to make the Family Business song, right, which is on this, who was the person he wanted to go get a hook from? Scarface.
Yeah. And Scarface broke our hearts, man.
I know.
Did he break your heart too? When you seen it? Keep it real. He broke my heart.
My God,
he broke my heart, man. He top five. He top five, but he broke my heart.
I was like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Because the lead up, right? It's like the lead up. It's like you don't lead up for that.
But you know what the wild thing is though about the two? Yeah. Even though that happened, when you and me and you, we're in this space too where we getting just do a bit in certain areas, but on the main stage, we're not getting it yet. Right. But for a person that you look at to be an all time great and say, yo, this shit is dope, this shit is fire, but I don't know what to do with this shit. You take away I know I'm doing something right because they acknowledging it. Right.
And he did. And looking at his discography, he did work with Face. So before he even met with him, he has worked. He probably sent CD.
This Can't Be Life was already out.
Okay, that too. Okay, so he got that song. No, they got two songs together, didn't they? They got two songs together. This Can't
Be Life, and it's another one he got
with Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel again, though, right? Yeah. It's another one. Yeah. So he got those two songs, and he got a song. That's the song on the album that I'm talking about. So he got that song. That's on Scarface album. The other one's on the Dynasty.
Yeah, This Can't Be Life is on Dynasty. The other one's on Scarface. This Can't Be Life. This Can't Be Life. No, that's not the one on Scarface album. He's on the hook too.
When the Mac is in hope. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Guess who's Bazak? Guess who's back? Guess who's Bazak?
Guess who's Bazak? And this Can't.
And he made the beat. He made the beat, and he's on the hook.
Okay, and he was on the Bounce with Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. That was on the Blueprint too. That I don't like. You had 2K13, NBA 2K13 when they had Jay-Z when Jay-Z was executive producing it.
The Bounce. I like the song, but 2K13 kind of wore it out for me.
Yeah, like oh my god, I hear this shit
it's like
day.
Usually in 2K they start with a different song. No, it always starts with the Bounce.
The Bounce, LeBron James. Man, go on somewhere, man. All right, but I'm not here to discredit anything Jay-Z doing. Let me stop. You know they send the hounds at me.
Listen, shout out
you see what
I'm wearing. You know what I'm wearing because this is Hov inspired.
Shout out to Jared Jordan, man. Jared Jordan, he's that guy, man. You know he gonna be in the comments talking shit. You know, Kanye West getting disrespected bring so much clarity to what I be trying to tell all of the people that I'm working with. They don't find any opportunity to actually embrace the fact that they're getting mentioned by people. They always dwell on the fact that it's negative. Me as a producer, I done heard my beats.
Everybody can't like you.
Not only is people can't like you, people might like you and still tell you something's wrong with your shit. Like it ain't them not liking you. Like it's like they telling you this shit is off.
And they might can't do what you do. Sometimes it's hate, or sometimes they just not.
And I'm not gonna lie, it do be hate sometimes. Yeah, I will agree.
Other times it's just not for them.
But Kanye at this point in time, like with a Scarface, he not hating. Kanye, I was just hurt because Scarface, I felt like he didn't give it the opportunity to, he didn't digest that Jesus Walk. Yeah. The other joint he loved.
Yeah.
He loved the other joint.
And this is when he's coming off of, again, Guess Who's Bazak?
My Block.
My Block. This is My Block time. Like,
Face. I remember Face.
And I think, matter of fact, My Baby's Daddy, the movie came out at that time. You gotta remember, Face is that guy.
You know what? Kanye did say that he said, I know you busy. So he probably was at his most busy in 2002. Yeah, scar on the face. Now this,
I remember my big day with Anthony Anderson and them guys and my shit.
This scene right here,
knocking on mama's door,
man,
the humility, the
now,
mom.
This is what I want to. This is what I wanted to bring up though, Swoops, on some real shit. This the one that took me home. Like I'm like, cause I love my mom too, but I know that there's certain people that like I love my mom, but the words that I'm hearing from her, I got them from a specific teacher. Like I heard this from somebody before, so I know that she translated that to her kids, and she was also like in an English type of setting. Like
she come from academia.
School.
So
Yeah,
academia.
You feel me? And I think that's a highlight. Because when you hearing those type of words of encouragement, bro, you might knock a fucking wall down, bro. Didn't it? She said when she said you do make beats. She didn't say the music. You make beats the way Michael Jordan shoot free throws. Man, I had to pause the joint for a minute, and I want to know how you feel about this moment, because this is the highlight, and I know for a fact this ain't the end of her starring in this. No. She's gonna star in this, cause and I also when I met like. I felt life when I seen this. Is like I met like she still feel like she's still there.
It shows the other side, because we always hear the traumas of growing up as a black individual. My mama this, she ain't do that, she did this.
Negative.
This is
negative. Yeah.
He walks in and she like, well, I told you. I said I went to New York and I'm like, I knew Kanye was gonna buy some more jewelry and before he bought a house, but this right here. It's gonna be more houses. This is a nice change. Like she complimented him on the things he did, and she always had faith in him. She always let him know, listen, don't ever forget to stay grounded. Don't ever forget that you ain't better than nobody, but you can't be a star if you don't think that you're a star.
And the one thing that's also like just I'm not even gonna hold you. The fact that they held on to the crib too, like the crib that. Through the Wire, even iller to me as a video
because of these clips.
Yeah, that's exactly.
The funny part, Shorty. I knew Shorty was a crackhead back in the day, but like watching it, like, oh, Shorty, dad is a crackhead. They gave her bread, got him food.
This is cold. Like this make me
shit. The fact that he was questioning calling his project college dropout because his respect for his mother being a college professor.
You feel me? And you know what? This is one thing I also like to because now he talking about how his dad is like during her journey to be who she was, he had to lose his dad in the process, and maybe that's probably why he's struggling with that with the idea that things didn't go the way it was supposed to. Like maybe he felt like if his dad was just there, maybe across the street or something.
If y'all don't know, this is the Gemini breakdown of why
Facts.
Kanye current actions of what he's
100%.
doing is like
100%.
Yes, people call it controlling. Yes, people saying it's not about Kim. But he's trying to break it down to, well, if you understand the history of why he feels this way because of how he grew up, why is he pushing for this? Because we know Kim, before her father passed away, grew up in a 2-parent household.
Fact, right?
It wasn't that he left because he wanted to. No, he passed away.
And another thing too, the OJ shit. I don't know if you ever seen the OJ shit. The OJ shit started right there. It started in that house. Like so. You see it for what it's worth living in this environment where success is the ultimate goal. She reached for success. She did. She's an English professor. She got doctorates.
But her biggest thing was not just success; it's about happiness.
And that's where he struck. That's where we get to this type of this ordeal where we question every time. Yo, I just hit somebody and they talking about he going through mental breakdown. Damn, you go to mental. Y'all been saying this 10 years. Motherfucker been mentally breaking down for 10 years. Andre 3000 breaking down, like, bro, it's funny how Andre 3000 he get a pass for that, for giving up. Think about it, he gave up rap to do X, Y, and Z.
To play the flute and a pair of
usually
threes.
a motherfucker get you crazy in another way.
But Lauryn Hill, he also owns the masters to the Diamond Records, so it's like, he owns all his masters. So
shout out to him, man. In 03,
and they call it crazy because
they was them niggas in 98 Art of Storytelling. That's my favorite record.
And we're sticking with Ye. Yep. You call it crazy because he got to a point where he cannot be bound to the same rules that society is bound to because he exceeded it.
At what point though? What year? What year would you say?
I would say he exceeded it by My Beautiful Dark Twisted. I mean, Graduation might have skyrocketed him to a whole nother level, but by 808 Heartbreaks, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, time like that, it was. I mean,
I didn't like Kanye in 2009. I didn't like him. Me being a big Kanye fan, I started to see him swoop. I get the 808 thing. I liked that. I like the journey off. Do your own thing.
I would say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy when he became
that's his best
a cultural icon.
That's it. Yes. Well, no.
He was already one there, but I mean like an indisputable one.
Okay, I'll say that. Yeah, because
you gotta think about
the movie. I think the movie is what set the tone. That Michael Jackson type movie. I remember sitting down watching that.
And then I watched that. When you think about
watched that a few times.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that's a real dark album.
From top to bottom too.
From top to bottom, like
the Chris Rock talking in the joint with the Amber Rose joint. That's when it was. Yeah, that's when I was like, John okay, Legend, this is a. He had the bass go down in the voice.
It's Runaway. It's Monster. It's
my favorite song is Lost in His World. The last one. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite one. But I like the original version.
Devil with a New Dress.
Ooh, that's my first. That's my second favorite one. But that's my favorite one. But that's. Pink made that beat.
I like.
Pink made that beat too.
Yeah, I like the A part on that, but when it slows down, doom, 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 and they bring in the electric guitar, and Ross get on there, I'm like, if this was to beat the whole song, this should have been crazy.
Yeah, but you know they
you got to switch it up.
That's $100,000 right there. Yo, whoever did that, that's $100. Yo, he said he paid handsomely for that album. That's probably like a $5 million album. So you know, coming from a person,
and then just the intro. Yeah, Nicki talking. Yeah. I wish Nicki had her first. And can you get much higher, so high?
Who made that beat? RZA?
I don't even know, but I know when him and RZA link up together, it'd be some magic. Mm-hmm. But this is gonna be more on the third installment. We talk about this version, maybe the second installment where they talk about this version of Kanye. But
this is crazy. This is crazy. Like for real, this is especially this right here. How many? What we in? 40 minutes in? Like we ain't even.
We almost what? We an hour and 16 minutes in.
Okay, so think about it. The journey, the breakdown is more like we only got an hour and 24 of this. We can break this down for another 2 more hours because we ain't get to where we was really supposed to get to with this. This is why it's so crazy. This is before the deal, before the crash. Like this shit is crazy to me.
Because we have to set up. We had to set up the whole.
He was living in Newark. I didn't know he was living in Newark.
We had to set up. We had to, not only just we didn't get to that part.
He had a pool table in his house.
Yeah. We had to. We have
how much money he had?
A lot of money.
He has money.
We have to set up what 98 means because it was a pivotal time in hip hop because it could have went one or two ways.
In 98.
In 98.
Okay, what you mean by that?
Which was the DMX. Or do we continue with this with Bad Boy dominating the world at the time?
Right.
So, and remember, the Locks didn't even like the shit that they was doing, but they were still dominating as well.
The Locks didn't like each other?
They didn't like the music they were doing on Bad Boy.
That shit was fire, though. Especially the album that they created.
That's Money, Power, Respect.
Puff, was that a part of... Okay, yeah, all right, cool, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, oh my gosh,
But We Are the Streets was when they went to... That's what the purple cover, when they got... That's on Rough Rider. But Money, Power, Respect, that's on Bad Boy.
What about We Are the Streets?
That's Rough Rider.
That's the shit too. Man.
R-U double F R-Y-D-E revolver semi-automatic. Whoop yeah.
You let them niggas on the east side tell it. J Hood was everybody's cousin. Yo, J Hood, my cousin. But you don't know J Hood.
I'm dead. But listen, so it played a pivotal joint, but then we had this guy here, Mr. Kanye West, who comes in. And mind you, right? You know what I would say Kanye likens me to at this time? You ever watch the NBA or the NFL draft?
Right.
And they're like, this guy he's a tweener. He doesn't really have a position. He can play this position or that position. That's what Kanye was. Mm-hmm. Because it was like, how does he fit on Rockefeller Records when you have Jay-Z, Cameron, Beanie Siegel, Memphis Bleak, Freeway, the Young Guns. Like, we just keep going down the list.
Wait, but hold on. I could also say, how could he fit on Rockets? Because Rockets dropped him.
No, Rockets, they didn't drop him. They were supposed to sign him.
They were supposed to sign him. They didn't sign him.
But the kind of music he was making at the time, because what he was doing so many songs with Black Star,
damn,
it was more like...
See you later, bro?
It was more likened to Rockets sound than it was to Rockefeller sound.
But listen, okay, now, this is why I asked you where you said 60%, I said 30%. I think that 30 that I'm talking about is the reason why Rawkus didn't pick him up. Because you only 30% invested in. You should have been 60 like you talking about. He should have been 60.
Oh, you said invested in?
Yeah.
Oh, he was 30% invested for sure.
He was 30% invested in Rawkus with the Black Star and all that. He could have stayed in that route, but he probably would have made about $1 million, $2 million. He a billionaire now. He's up a B. He knew that. And then it's crazy how even back then when Jay-Z and Dame split, he knew he had to take the money route, and he loved Dame.
My face lost so much goddamn weight, man. That shit crazy.
And rest in peace to my favorite basketball player. Shout out to Jerry West. I watched the NBA Top 75. Jerry West had the second pick. Dominique Wilkins picked himself, of course, because he thought that he was going to get picked on the list. Even though everybody was going to get picked on the list, he thought he was going to get picked like last. He didn't want to get embarrassed. Jerry West had the first pick.
Big Kobe Bryant.
Over Mike and LeBron.
Oh, shit. Look, who called me right now? Hold on real quick. Yo, what up, Snacks? Ain't much, man. I'm here with Lennon right now. We actually doing a breakdown of this, the official breakdown of the Genius documentary by Kanye West with the Aquemini. You feel me? You hear you.
What's going down, family? Oh, we political right now, man. We political. We political right now. We political. I gotta represent Geminis right now, so we gotta be political, bro.
Oh, so y'all recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, is we still in? I'm still in?
Yeah,
I'm good? Okay.
Oh, okay. Damn, I caught you at a bad time. All right, yeah, my bad.
I'll call you back after this.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Saxnit, man. Yeah. Make sure y'all tune in. It's going down, man. I'm gonna holler at you soon, player.
You already up?
No. Yeah, but you saying something?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I just respect the fact that Jerry West. Let me let you know. Let me tell you how ill the Geminis is. The icon of rap, Gemini. The icon of basketball, Gemini. Icon of football, Gemini.
Well, one of the icons, because we know the other icon of basketball is Aquarius.
With Jerry West.
I'm just saying.
Nah, man. You see, they.
You want the logo of the league.
Yeah, the real logo, the real thing.
Hey,
and then they want to.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna just say right now, the icon that I'm wearing on my feet is Aquarius.
Nah, fuck that. That's what me and you cut ties right now. That's what we cut off right now.
We listen. I'm just
saying.
saying.
Keep Jerry West where he at. All right. We gonna keep. And then if they want to slide somebody in, you slide my man Allen Iverson on the damn logo or something. Y'all motherfuckers best stop.
Doing the crossover?
Yeah. Like on some other Gemini shit. We innovative. We do shit. No. We gonna keep it. But you know what's funny how it worked is because Mike was so ill. They like, man, replace that nigga Jerry. Like, nah, we ain't gonna replace Jerry. Man.
I'm just saying,
man.
Aquarius thing we can do.
And then they trying to replace my man Montana with Brady. Like, nah, we gonna keep Montana where he at. Brady nice though. Brady to go. He can have to go. Mike can have to go, and Brady can have to go. But we gonna be the logos. That's all.
It's cool.
We just gonna be the logos.
It's cool.
Shout out.
But
to
again,
Tupac. He the logo of rap.
We talk about Ye and seeking his validation and all of this.
You think? Okay, let me ask you a question. You think Kanye will soon be the logo of rap?
If he's not he might not be the logo of rap, but he could be.
Okay, who's the logo of rap?
It's not one.
I'm gonna say that LL used to be the logo of rap.
He used to at one
Run
point.
DMC used to be the logo of rap.
I can't now. It's hard to decipher because
Eminem for about an hour or two was the logo of rap.
For a good minute.
Okay, well, you determine how you want to do it. Like,
listen, I'm not saying for me, but I'm saying about the worldwide view.
Snoop Dogg was the logo for about an hour, for a couple of days before that murder case.
I think Snoop Dogg might have been the most. He's the most famous rapper in the world.
Even Eazy-E, even though he might not be the lyrically, he was the logo of rap for about an hour. He was 88, 89,
50, all those guys. You know what I mean?
Shout out to 50.
So my thing is
no logos right now though. No Drake, no Kendrick.
Because it might be Drake if anything, but
Drake
and Kendrick and Cole kind of
just Drake, just Drake.
But the thing,
shout out to Kendrick. I love
the thing that's so crazy here is that Ye embodies so much more than just the culture, because hip hop culture is not just the music, it's the way people dress, it's the expression, the style, it's the artistic values of it. And if we talk about the quintessential person, the real person would be Chris Brown, because he fucking does everything. But
yes, sing, produce, everything.
Write, sing, produce, do graffiti, fashionista, all kinds of shit, dance. It would be him. But if we talking about who actually raps and stuff, it may be Kanye West, honestly.
Embodies hip hop, and here's this is something that's ill too. So you got backpack rap, but you also got skateboard-esque rap. Like Nerd ain't backpack. Nerd is more on the skater line, right? So
if you had the game Thrasher back, because I know y'all wear the Thrasher tees now. Y'all don't know Thrasher was actually a video game.
Pain.
If you played the video game, what do they have on there? Nerd.
Yeah.
Tribe. That's why I became a real Tribe fan, because I've been playing PlayStation 1. Yeah, listen, I'm a little older. PlayStation 1 playing Thrasher, and I would hear a War Tour. We on the War Tour, man, oh man. Like, so that's when I really became a Tribe fan.
And you remember NBA Street Volume 2?
Absolutely.
That same music is the music that the skaters rock to too. So it was like
the wild part about that, and people don't give him his credit. Bobito Garcia. He actually came to my hood on a bike one time, and I played him in basketball.
That's pain.
So shout out to Bobito Garcia.
And let me tell you something. I said Allen Iverson kept the lights on. Bobito Garcia kept the lights on at ESPN2. I'm talking about ESPN2 because that's the shit I used to watch.
Yeah,
ESPN is for
and all that.
Yeah, ESPN is for the you want to see
professional
shit.
Yeah,
whatever. I'm not on that. I'm on the and let's see that N1. They had N1 on there.
Yeah,
they had N1 on there. Like see, you my nigga, man. I really got love for you because you remember everything I'm talking about. A lot of people wasn't outside, bro. It's so fucking weird. It's like damn, you niggas only outside for Yo Gotti.
N1 is so crazy though because and shout out to Gotti too. Shout out to all.
I ain't this is listen. A new album is it? I heard the
album was tough.
I heard the album side B. I heard side B.
But sticking with ESPN2, it's so funny because bringing that up before we gonna go back to Kanye.
Yeah.
ESPN2, you could watch. The dope part was Escalade was actually Mark Jackson in the NBA. That's his brother.
The fucking Escalade.
Escalade brother played in the NBA. It's Mark Jackson. He was also the coach of the Warriors before Steve Kerr got there.
He was. Oh no! I know. I fucks with Mark. I thought you were talking about Escalade.
Oh, Mark.
No,
I'm saying
Escalade
Mark
was that nigga though in N1. He was that
Escalade
guy.
brother. His older brother.
Did you play the N1 game?
Yeah. His older brother Escalade is Mark Jackson.
Word, yo.
So he learned all that handle from his brother Mark Jackson, who played in the NBA.
And you know what's even? Yo, he number 3 in the assist list too. I had to look that. I looked that shit up the other day.
Shout out to Mark Jackson. He's from New York, from Queens.
God damn,
shout out to Mark Jackson.
And they was good brothers too. They was Christian brothers. They stayed in the church. Yo, there's some good dudes, man. Rest in peace to rest in peace to my man. And you know, I got a crazy story. Just a sidebar. I had a pair of Carmelo Anthony's, the first ones that he dropped. So I had
those everybody wanted those.
You know what I'm saying? And I had the Oak Hill jersey. It didn't match the joints,
yeah.
But I had the Oak Hill jersey, so I wear that with the other joints. But I had the Nuggets away jersey, the blue one, the solid. Oh God! So I'm feeling good about it. I got this shit. I go to the N1 game that they played down at the Blue Cross. They signing all the shit. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to sign. Not a ball, not no paper, nothing. I got my shoes. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have them sign the shoes. So everybody, Hot Sauce, Professor, boom, boom, boom. They all signed the shoes. Why half man, half amazing took my shoes and threw them bitches down the hall. He went and got them though. But just imagine, like you ain't. I ain't got nothing on my feet. He threw my shoe. He talking about these ain't Air Ones. Yo, everybody, because there's white people there too. Yo, I'm like 9, 10 years old. So fuck that nigga half man, half amazing. Alright? We keep going.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Shout out to Air One, but fuck that nigga, man. He was wild for that.
Yeah, man.
I ended up giving them shoes to my man Kyle, man. Wherever Kyle at. Yo, and you ever got some niggas that you used to fuck with that you don't know what they're doing? That's my man right there. Shout out to Kyle. I hope you doing good, brother. Hope you ain't in jail. Alright, cause niggas in the 90s, we go to jail. Kanye, one thing about Kanye that I respect that a lot of people won't understand is that Kanye really come from humble beginnings, and he never was conceited in regards to he felt like he was better than anybody.
No, he just trying to prove himself.
Not one. You ever notice out of all the things that Kanye get attacked for, he never get attacked for saying that he was better than somebody. That's the one thing I always credit him. That's some
he
shit.
Just said he was the best. He didn't put nobody else down and say
right. It wasn't nobody. Like they couldn't just add Drake. You remember when Nori tried to add Drake in? Like, hey, you think I could beat Drake? No, I could beat everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Add anybody you want. But he told you who he wouldn't battle. He said he wouldn't battle Jay-Z because that's his boss. I think that was a little slight though. That was some funny shit because of some paperwork involved. But
that and also and the funny part is he was eating in Burger King. Early 2000s Burger King was the shit. I don't care what nobody said. I fuck with McDonald's, but
I ain't gonna. Hey, you don't want to have that debate right now, man. I love Burger King, but them nuggets, the little tenders.
Oh no! I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the burgers.
Okay. We gonna.
And or the original chicken sandwich, not the other chicken sandwich they be making. The original. Chicken
was you outside? Did you get to go to Times Square in 2002?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me give me the skin feel. How your skin felt? How you feeling seeing all these lights? The WWE joint was out there at the time.
It's
WWF building
at that time. It's the highlight, man, because
man,
everything is going. All you see is a bunch of lights. So many people. The best movie, well, not the best, but the biggest theater is on 42nd Street.
So they was okay,
Everything,
I know that.
it's always active.
Was the Toys R Us
Raw,
building out there? The Toys R Us joint? Was the Toys R Us down there?
And the Lion King is on 42nd Street too. So
The musical,
yeah.
and that's non-stop. They just do that shit all the time.
Yeah, like
that's
like,
crazy.
they do a show every day. It's wild. It's a wild part. So you got that. You always have a lot going on, and then the Port Authority is there. So people coming off the Greyhound is coming into the city.
That's
it's just so busy. There's so many lights and so many people that you could walk past somebody and not know who the fuck past you walk by.
Listen, man, Border Patrol, man, they be on you. Listen, they have like these little officers, man. They be catching niggas off at the Greyhound. Like, yo, where your papers at, man? You be on some bullshit. They used to grab people coming from MCC. Like, they used to be trying to go back and forth. That shit nuts. Like, and it was only $40 to get to New York City from here at the time when we used to go through the it's the old I don't know if it's the new MCC building or the old MCC building, but it's right by the Liberty Pole. Man, I dreamed of shit like this, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
This shit, it used to be.
This is one thing I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Everybody involved too, because I'm anti signing deals until we get lawyers involved. Kanye ain't had no lawyer in that room, so anything he complaining about right now, Cootie showed you on the camera. Ain't no lawyers was present, so
he just prayed over the contract and signed it.
I'm not praying over shit, nigga. You fucking crazy. I'm about to pray with the lawyer that he get the shit right.
But at the time, and I understand because at the time, this is the part that people don't know about music. We got the luxury now of knowing so much more, having the internet and stuff.
Right.
But back then, you just wanted to sign a fucking deal, bro.
And a lot of rappers did that. That was their deal. They said the deal was bigger than the music itself. Like just having the deal, getting yourself out the hood was enough. And I know Kanye was he had bigger dreams, and I'm happy that he even exposed that because now we about to see like after this is okay. Let me ask you what are you looking forward to in the next joint? I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to what's the length of time that he got to like record because Through the Wire ain't alive yet. Like that's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean part of the album is done because he has All Falls Down. He has a couple of songs like that.
He got songs.
Family Business and stuff like that is done.
And them songs is 3 years old now at this point.
At this point,
yeah.
So, but Through the Wire, I think the reason that becomes the biggest song is because that's the song he records. Maybe the first, if not the first, the best song he records.
Definitely the best
After the injury.
And what else on the album?
We talk about Late Registration, right? This is
no, not like College Dropout. What's else on the album? Is Jake on the album? I think he is. He is on that album. Spaceships is on that album. I don't know if you're a fan of Spaceships. That's one of my favorite Kanye records that let you know that Kanye is here for the long haul.
And then you gotta remember he had D-Ray Davis.
That's my nigga playing Bernie Mac.
So
I wonder why
We Don't Care, Graduation Day, All Falls Down, Spaceships with Consequence.
That's my man.
Get Him High with Tyler Quali and Common.
Ain't Luda on there too? Luda on the album?
I'm trying to see here. Yes. Breathe In, Breathe Out.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Slow Jams is on here.
Damn.
Through the Wire, Last Call. So the last 3 songs is Through the Wire, Family Business, and Last Call.
I like that. And Family Business is the one that Scarface said is incredible, right?
Yeah, he said it was incredible, but he didn't get on.
Did anybody get on that song?
No. He has Most Def on here. He has Freeway on here.
What Freeway did?
The Boys Choir of Harlem, 2 Words.
That's the song that they did for This Is What He Did.
With the freestyle on here.
He did the freestyle, but look, he also did that on Dave Chappelle's show. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. You know what? Look. I've been critical of Dave Chappelle.
And Jay is on the album When Love and Let Me Down with Jay Ivy.
I knew it. Yo, that might be one of his best albums. It might not be though. It might
Mind
be.
you, and this is 21 songs. You ain't really skipping through this motherfucker. I don't think
No. It can't be 21. 21? How many skits is it though? It's gotta be like 5 skits because Bernie was Bernie. I thought it was Bernie Mac when I was.
Oh, you said skits. I don't think it's it. It's not really. It's 1, 2.
I think the first 2 records.
It's 2 skits.
I think the first 2 records are skits, ain't they?
No,
the first 2.
Intro is one. I think it's kind of a skit.
Okay,
skit.
yeah.
You got School Spirit skit 1, School Spirit skit 2, Little Jimmy skit 4 skits.
Right. Okay. So that's why. So it's really 17, but it's okay.
It's courses.
Yo, that's a lot of fucking music, man.
But you really not skipping through any of them because it flows together.
Only rapper that I listen to right now that I wasn't skipping is the last year is Yeet. I listened to his shit. I said, damn, I can't skip this shit. The beats are so hard. I don't care what he's saying. But Kanye had 17 unskippable. No, he actually went on a 40. He probably went on a 50 track run of no skips. From
Late
his first album.
Because on College Dropout, the Late Registration Drive Slow to me is one of the most underrated Kanye songs.
No, that album is his second best album. Like that whole album,
Like,
that's the second best album.
Yeah, but
it should be
like,
his first, but it's the second.
I'm just saying, like, because the Drive Slow beat is already incredible. When that comes on to in a second installment of the show, we about to get up out of here, y'all. We're not gonna hold you up too much longer. But Drive Slow comes on there, and Kanye starts.
On this?
Oh no, it's on Drive Slow.
Okay.
My homie Kanye used to stay 79th for LA, one of my best friends from back in the day. Yeah, kicking that shit. But the person who really took the song to the next level, I thought it was gonna be T.I. It was Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Paul Wall killed that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and that album, I'm for real. I don't know if people, like, a lot of y'all is young, so y'all might not even understand, like, Kanye run before the Kim K and all that. Man, it's like LeBron before he got with the Heat, man. Like, I get LeBron ain't probably win the rings that y'all wanted him to win.
You go late registration. I mean, the college dropout to late registration, to graduation, to 808 Heartbreak, to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, then Watch the Throne.
And you can, and if you,
and then after Watch the Throne is Jesus, The Life of Pablo, and then Ye, not really a big fan of Kissy Goes, Jesus King Donda.
And that's where I'm saying that, and they love him. The little kids love this man. They love him more than we loved him, and that's the unfortunate thing. We loved him, but we also, just like we said, we got the shit from Nori, we got the shit from DMX, we got the shit from Pac and Big. These kids love Kanye.
We were just bringing about. We talk about Mace for a good 20 minutes up here, like.
And Kanye love Mace, so let's just keep it. Mace, the first person we see on this fucking documentary. That's how important Mace is. That's the crazy thing. If Mace didn't, and if Shine didn't, and if we could just go down the list. And I mentioned Pop Smoke earlier because it's almost like the same kind of energies. Like, Pop, damn, I be listening to him.
If Pop was here, like,
because he was gonna link up with Ye. That's the next route.
It's like, but we didn't see Pop could do it, but we seen Fabio do it.
I love that.
And I'm not going.
I love that.
Right now, one of my favorite records. I haven't said it enough yet. That City of Gods with him, Alicia Keys, and Kanye.
Yeah.
I think Fabio. People talk about drill this and drill that. They're finally evolving to become artists. Because they get a chance to get out. Fabio been rich for a little while now.
So he's not years, right? Yeah,
it's been a little. He's not in survival mode. He's not in boom. I mean, there's shit that's going on outside for sure. RIP T.Woo, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And stuff that goes on at RIP 30. It's
like
shit
in regards to like this
real life shit.
Real life,
but he gets to be an artist more than he was the last 3 years.
And I'm one of them people that when I seen his Mano interview and I seen him say he not going to the hood as much, it's the money different, bro. When Roddy Ricch say he not when he on. That's why,
him and that when people were saying, "Oh, Roddy's not dropping good music," no, you can't relate to what he's saying. Man. Even when we talked about Drake earlier, bringing straight back up again when he dropped Lemon Pepper Freestyle, I think Lemon Pepper Freestyle and when he did Seeing Green with Nicki, him, and Wayne last year were two of his best verses because he was talking in a way where he is like, "Fuck what y'all want to hear. I'm gonna talk how I want to talk, and I'm gonna talk my shit on these records because this is It's not about relating to y'all. It's not about appealing to y'all. It's about me getting off what I want to say in life. This is what the fuck I'm going through. So either you can like it or not, but nigga, I gotta get this shit off."
That was my favorite verse. I ain't gonna hold you.
This one, Seeing Green or the Lemon Pepper?
The Seeing Green was my favorite verse of last year. Like, and Wayne, I thought Wayne had a better verse, but
Wayne set the tone.
Wayne took the mask off. It was like he theatrics. It's like he's still that nigga. Like he's still the circus man.
When it comes to that nigga. When it comes to features of last year, Wayne's MVP. Like it's not even MVP of feature last year.
And Kanye trying to take that this year, obviously.
Like I know
his doc is crazy.
Fabio had a little hat in the race, but Wayne, because you know that off the grid shit, Fabio went crazy.
Oh shit, Cardi went crazy. Shit, y'all better stop
listening.
Cardi, they started on Cardi shit so much last year they thought he was dead. He came back and went on tour. Oh my gosh,
Cardi might be one of the illest performers ever. I'm mad I missed that concert.
And this is one thing that's so ill about Kanye on some real shit. We can talk about bigger rappers to the cows come on. We can talk about Drake, right? Drake can't get Cardi and Fabio to do what they doing.
No,
Kanye. It's Kanye. It's like it's something about him.
I mean, listen, he put Ruger and Lil Yachty on the same song, and that shit was hard. Like,
wasn't Shazia on the remix too? She was in there. She had a little mix in it.
Listen, bro, like, and then he'll do that, but then he'll do a song with Westside Gunn and Conway,
and then like, do Kurt Franklin.
When people say that, I thank God, like that shit right. Like that record right there.
I don't like that he took Casey off the record though. I didn't like that. Don't take Casey up the ring. Don't do that. Stop.
But see, I still have the original leak of Donda. I got the original
leak.
Send
that to me.
I got you.
Look, y'all don't worry about what we talking about. We talking about
music shit right here. I bought Donda, but I got the leak too, and I still like the original leak more.
Yeah, I need that.
So I guess you got to hear. I can ear drop it.
And then the motherfucker trying to put this shit on the stem player. Come on, Kanye, stop playing, man. Stop.
But you know,
don't get me back to my old days. I used to line wire and do this. I used to do that.
The stem player shit is just for the hype beast fan. You feel me? And this is what Pharrell talk about him being ridiculous with the beats and all that.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before we go, let's talk about the shorties in 02. What you mean?
It's natural. They wasn't in their body though.
Hold on. Let's see that one more time. Tell me, what you preferring in this era, in this climate? You see them shorties just walk through that? Them the ones we used to talk about. Like, dang, that's the. Oh man,
Shorty that's when they used to just go to the hair salon and get the bob done. Oh, and you know they keep the curlers in the hair.
I'm gonna keep the net on. Yo, them bras probably look good still. They 40, 50. What? If you in a Kanye doc and you know you want to mess with a young boy.
Hey man, listen, we doing all right for ourselves.
Empire, man.
We doing all right for ourselves.
Young Kanye in the making. That's what I'm gonna say.
And listen, man, I need some guests, so I'm willing. If you want to go come on a little vacation, it's cool something, feel me?
A little fly out.
You know what
I'm saying? $150. Spirit is coming to Rochester, New York.
You know, Spirit and another airline actually just combined. Frontier, I think, they just combined.
Like the internet service?
Yeah.
Man, you might fall out the sky fucking with them people, man. Lord.
Hey, man, listen, if they want to give us free flights, man,
yeah, I'm saying,
I'll sell them and get it to somebody so I can get on Continental. Not me.
And you know how Rots would be. Yeah. B was hard. B a 90 up. She in the 90s on the game.
Yeah, B been hard for sure.
Them video vixens and them videos.
Oh. Look at Shorty right here with the shortcut. Look, fire.
I'm inviting her to the party. I'm inviting her to the party. She coming back with me. She coming back to the house. Her friend, catch her.
That one. That's one.
You all right, well, if she ain't fucking with me, you can holler at, but you know, the first and last. Yeah. Dame is the money's so good. Dame don't even worry about that. That's not even a part of his
B
business.
fine right here too. Shout out to Beyonce.
Shout out to B. Oh my god, she in the 90s.
No disrespect, Jay, but back to
it's 2002. BJ.
That's why she was there because it's a dynasty story.
Right.
So for me, Dame Dash is who I always wanted to be.
All the time. 100%.
Like, listen, I rapped and all because rapping was cool, but I never wanted to be a rapper. That's why my brothers rap.
Anybody that rap on some real, and that's why even when you mentioned this shit earlier, I get recognized more as a rapper. I mean, as a producer than a rapper. It's because the commitment to being a rapper means exposure. That means you gotta be in the camera. You gotta be outside to a degrray. Like, that's not my job. My job was all like MF Doom just had it so perfect for some reason. It's like he was
the mask. Nobody know how he look like.
And I was telling niggas last year, I'm like, yo man, if I get the mask, I probably would just do a little bit more. But it's hard for me to do that. I can pay homage to Doom though, of course, 100%. But I see a couple niggas going through a lot of troubles doing that because you messing with a trademark product at this point. Doom been doing this shit to the point they got comic books about bro. Like he's that nigga. RP to MF Doom.
Westside Gunn wears a chain with his face on it. Like,
so that is technically that's the that shit fire.
What is it? The Gun Doom project.
That shit fire. Shout out to Westside Gunn. Shout out to everybody in Upstate, man. Swoops, man. Yo, on some real. This right here is very good for people to. Of course, we go on tangents. The great thing about the tangent is that we stayed in hip hop. We ain't start talking about no political shit. We ain't start talking about no dumb shit. Hip hop is so good because you can stay right there. It's just like NFL Network, bro. And I'm starting to love that too. Like, damn, you could really. I used to think these niggas was crazy. Y'all talking about football all day. Bro, football that ill, bro. Football is that fucking ill.
Find something that you love like that, you could definitely watch it all day. But like I said, being Dame, like I definitely Ye was somebody I gravitated towards. I was like third grade when Kanye came on. Feel me? Like
if Cootie wasn't there, he would be crying. If Cootie wasn't there to record that, he'd have been crying. He probably was crying after Cootie stopped that camera. Mm-hmm. Dame Dash just put that on his neck, and Dame said that was his chain he gave him. Jay was supposed to give him the chain, but Jay didn't give him the chain. Dame gave him the chain.
Remember he got the song Chain in there.
Wait, Chain Day?
I think he's got a song.
That's on the Dropout album.
I don't know if it's on the Dropout album. Let me see here, but that was a big thing for him to get the chain. I mean, so right now, think about
this is about to be crazy, bro. This is about to be. I know part 2 better. Than
Oh, Chain and Date is J. Cole's album. My bad. J. Cole song.
And that's when he got his chain from Jay. You know J. Cole. Look, when J. Cole wrote his post about the joint, you remember he made false prophets, so people gonna always just lean on the fact that J. Cole was he was critical of Kanye, so he can't change his opinion out. You always like Kanye fans, you always critical, bro. Don't switch sides. But in reality, bro, J. Cole is the epitome of this guy right here. He's the guy that college bombed.
The difference was Cole wasn't making beats.
No, at the time, no.
I don't think does he make beats at all?
J. Cole?
Yeah.
Cole make all his beats, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yes, Cole make all his beats. That's why I know this shit touched his head. His heart.
So that changes because I know Cole was a rapper.
No, and you know what? When y'all be saying Cole better than Kendrick, I kind of be like, damn. It's like, damn, K-Dot, you know how hard K-Dot doing this shit. Cole damn near doing the other. Scarface said he making Willie D like, nigga, you better on the right side. You know how much that hurt? It probably hurt Face a little bit.
Oh nah, I watched that episode.
What episode was that? Because I seen the clip of
that. I can't remember what episode it was.
I don't necessarily.
But he was talking about it. He was like, damn, dog. Like
that was with, you know what it was? It was with Gualo and Gilly.
Yeah, with Gualo and Gilly.
Think about their podcast, and I love their podcast probably more than anybody's now because them two is brothers for real. So they don't see each other often, but when they do see each other,
the Ghetto Boys Reloaded.
You can tell they don't see each other every day, but they so because they old. But when they see each other, man, they just lock in and talking shit.
Literally, like how we see the Lock, Styles, Kiss, and Chic. Yeah, this is 20, 30 years of this.
30. Especially
you got to think about what Face. This is about 40 years.
Yeah,
these niggas been rocking.
And rest in peace to Bushwick Bill because
Bushwick, hey man, if I could ever get that recorded again,
damn, man, I remember you told me about that.
Shout out to the homies. You feel me?
Yeah.
From Fido and his brother as well. It's a recording he played for me of a drunk Bushwick Will and a drunk Flavor Flav rapping.
That just sound like some shit.
Crazy, and they not rapping. There's no beat playing, nothing. They just rapping, and they going crazy. They rapping, but they not saying shit because they drunk as hell. And all you hear at the end is a thump, dude.
Damn.
Bushwick Bill fell off the stool he was rapping on, and then this nigga Flavor Flav come on and say, "You good, my G?" Yo, when I heard that shit, I couldn't stop laughing, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm about to throw up. This shit is funny as hell, bro. He said, "You good, my G?" I'm like, damn.
Yo,
you know how Flavor Flav talk too.
Let me say something. And you know what? Swoops on some real shit, bro. On some real, bro. You gonna meet Flav, bro, real soon. And this right that right there, Flav, because Flav be out.
Shout out to F-Bomb Entertainment, man.
Yo, and shout out to Las Vegas, man. You know, rest in peace to Pac. He died in Vegas, but I really don't. You know, that's you need to do a conspiracy podcast. Let me get up on that. Too.
Yeah, we gonna do that. And it's actually his name is Rome. It's not Rome on the beat though. Rome. Funny, his name is Rome Empire. He had Empire. But shout out to Rome Empire. He's a Grammy nominated producer. He also engineered. He actually has credits on, I think the MPC. One of the new, the more recent MPCs, bro.
Ooh.
So he has
programming.
He's from Rochester.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sending you bro shit.
Real shit. Yeah.
On the gram. Rome is he's a dope guy, real good guy. Him and I haven't gotten to speak to him and Fido in a minute, but I rock with what they got going on. And Fido also, they developed talent. They developed Flowrider actually.
The artist Flowrider that was rocking with T-Pain and them. Okay.
They developed Flowrider.
Flowrider on that list of highest.
Him and Pitbull, you feel me?
Pitbull on that list too. Yeah, Pitbull on that. Yo, these niggas on that. Yo, they on that list.
But again,
they on that list.
Think about Flowrider was developed by two guys from Rochester.
Really?
Rome and Fido, they're from Rochester. They're part of that basement crew of Devontae Swing, Timberland, Missy. Oh, they part of that crew.
Oh, I didn't know
and Tweet as well. She was part of that. So Rome and Fido, Rome and Fido, they was doing their thing. And actually, what's bro name that DMX was beefing with when he dropped Get At Me, dog? K Solo. Shout out to K Solo. Okay, cool. K Solo and Fido that's his peoples. Okay. Now with Fido, I've talked to K Solo on the phone before.
You talked to K Solo?
Yeah, K Solo.
Is he still mad about the DMX shit?
Nah, he let that go.
All right, good. good. As long as you kill it. Because I remember he took the lie detector test on that shit. I was dying. They said, no, he ain't steal them lyrics. How you steal lyrics in the day room? Ain't nobody think about that.
I mean, Solo a good guy though, and
that's good.
Solo is not just a guy DMX. This K Solo's also
he got
part.
A career. He had a whole career.
He's also part of Death Squad, his squad.
Yeah.
So that's with Redman and them. So we already know Keith Murray, all them guys.
Shout out to fucking his squad, man.
For sure.
Damn.
But yeah, man.
My dad was last joint, man. My dad wasn't really into Kanye, so this is the first artist that I had to like search for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I get now more than that. Like, of course, I mentioned the J. Cole. The next one would be for Kendrick, and then the next one after that would be for Drake. The only reason why I say that is because Wayne influenced the person that's just outside. Like, yo, I can do this. Like, literally everybody outside. Because Wayne was that nigga. But Kanye, for the guys who did everything, X, Y, Z, producing, rapping, singing, everything. Like, he was the person that you would be able to hold on to, like, yo, you can make it. Because Lupe, bruh, real talk, Lupe was just levels ahead of every rapper. I don't know nobody there's nobody I've ever met that can rap like Lupe. King Los is a nigga, I don't know where King Los from, but I don't know if
he's from California, something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of niggas can even do that type shit. You feel me? And he from Chicago. Kanye from Chicago. These type dudes is just different dudes, and I hope that he get a little bit on this next documentary. And let me also say this too, bro. We only got the 2002, and it's a 3-part documentary. They about to speed up some time. That's gonna be crazy. The advancement of time. So that means I think Coodie lost some time with Kanye. I don't know when, but it could have been around. Okay, let me ask you a question. When do you think Coodie stopped coming around? Because we're about to see an advancement of time. Because you don't start the joint from 2000 to 2002. He got a little bit in 2004.
I think
probably 2010, Dark Fantasy.
Whatever time his mom passes away.
07. Okay, so around 07 is okay.
Because I think we all know Kanye never recovered from that
at all. No, and it's so crazy. She's such a great person, man. Them words that she said, man. Like, I don't give a fuck if a camera was on. She was telling him that all the time. You could just tell. She was just telling him that shit all the time.
She don't care if the camera was on.
That's what I'm saying.
She was talking to her son.
And back in the days, cameras wasn't even cameras back then. Cameras was just home video recording things. You go get a little VHS and just, you know what I'm saying? They said they were sending it to MTV, but Scarface, did he really believe that? Scarface was like, man, you just got something up your sleeve. You know what I mean? Kanye was making up scheme after scheme to create something out of nothing. And every rapper that me and you debate about, that anybody on the Twitter sphere debate about, Kendrick Cole and Jake and Drake, all them dudes is products of what we watching right here. So after this next one, bro, I don't even know where we go from here, bro. But the next one is the one I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely.
I'm done. Atlanta Empire, y'all already know.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be at the bottom anyway.
2 major.
Like, comment, subscribe. Go play that to 2 major.
Ooh.
We gonna actually for sure have the official in the interview after we get all this done. You feel me? But yeah, man. He may have the mask on by that time. I don't know.
I am gonna get a mask created for real. I'm going to. It's gonna be the metal. It's gonna be metal play, man. But we gonna figure that out. This year is gonna be a cool year, man. And Kanye, he's such an inspiration without even probably knowing, bro. He don't even know, bro. We doing this whole thing because of this. This shit is inspirational, bro. Anybody hating on this, bro, y'all wildin'.
And it's funny where he gets the inspiration from, because who would have ever thought that Kanye would be so tied in with Fabio Foreign?
Bro,
and everybody want to talk about how New York don't got no identity. They stole drill from, but the drill coming out of here is his own thing, and I think that is some of the dopest shit ever.
Yeah.
Because these kids, we got a generation of kids who did not grow up listening to what we love, being the Locks,
right,
being Dipset, being G Unit. They didn't grow up listening to that shit. They grew up. Again, K-Flock is 18, 19 years old. 10 years ago, Chief Keef came out.
Yep. And that's his guy.
That's his guy. G Herbo came out. Rondo number 9. All them guys came out back then.
And
Lil Durk. Can't forget Durk.
And my brother is a perfect example, bro. Like, Major League Polo, he didn't even, bro, real talk. He probably didn't know Fat Joe. Like, he just seen Fat Joe. They talked and had a good conversation, but he probably didn't know who Fat Joe really was.
He don't know about Flo Joe. He don't know about. Like, the most he'll know is a lean back. You feel me?
Now, if I was there, it would have changed the trajectory. That's why I said 2022 is going to be a different...
Yeah. And shout to Crack, man. Like, again, I'm from the Bronx. So, You know, before we had, because you know we had a couple bars come out the wrong, but before we had Cardi B and A Boogie really go crazy coming out of the Bronx for real. It's Lil TJ, can't forget Lil TJ and guys like that, and the new Bronx drill wave. It was really Joe carrying the Bronx for years by himself,
and he had.
And I'm not saying Cuban Link and guys like that was doing anything, but Joe was the one every year on the front and center doing it. Feel me?
You want to talk about 06, 08.
Make it rain.
And Remy Ma was.
Shout out to Remy too. Remy too
was cold.
But Remy had got locked up.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you remember that album she had when she was on the cross, the little mixtape she had? Oh my, yo, you would have thought she was coming to take the throne, but she had to go to jail.
You know, Pun found Remy.
That's the one thing that always like struck me because she said she pun artists. I always thought that was. I never knew what she meant by that. Like he discovered her. That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. Shout out to 1998 once again. Big Pun played a pivotal part in that.
This is gonna be going 1998.
He didn't answer the 98 question on where Jay was at the time.
I'm not gonna answer that one. You feel me? But you know what? Streets is Watching came out around that time too. That was my shit. Hey man, because you know Streets is Watching ain't nothing but all of the best songs for Volume 1 that he should just put out originally. But it's alright.
But you know, X, man.
No. X got number one. X is number one.
Right?
It's not even a question.
And then he got to fight with Pun in them. Like he fighting with Pun.
You got
Jay-Z fighting with Pun.
He got to fight with Lauryn Hill. Shit. Like
no. No.
So it's X Lauryn.
You fighting with Pun at third.
For 3.
Yeah, you fighting with Pun at facts. That's what it's gonna be. And you might be fighting with Outkast with them because they creeping up. They had that art of storytelling. And you know what? Outkast always get slighted because they is a group, but Outkast was always
they still one of the illest. And all of y'all that don't respect Big Boy Pen, because Big Boy's still putting out great music. He put out the album actually with Sleepy Brown just a couple months ago. Fire music. And you know his son plays at Oregon football. He plays football for the University of Oregon with Seven McGee from Rochester.
Yo, man.
So shout out. So look, it's a small world, man.
Yo, shout
out to Seven McGee too, man.
Shout out to Seven, man.
And shout out to my boy Josh Mack. He's graduating from Liberty this year. Going pursuing his dream for the NFL. So
yo, real talk though. Shout out to 70. I remember he came to Mom's house when she was living up the street. Yo, I remember that. That nigga, he's talking about I'm going to the league. I'm like, I like confident little niggas that's like, yo, I'm coming to the league.
Shit, he's in college playing with big boy sons. Like it's crazy.
They probably that's when you get that information.
6 degrees of separation is a motherfucker. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, and this is the reason why like me and you even locked in like this. That Aquemini shit is real because. The way we can back and forth and be able to because it's a difference when you
not an air sign. It makes communication
difficult. That too.
Then
somebody mentioned that the other day. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right about
Leslie.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Leslie.
Shout out to Leslie.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't giving no more promo. She ain't pay for that.
But we up out of here, man. This is the Aquemini's, the official unofficial breakdown of Genius documentary about Kanye West. We out of here.